Alright, just gonna open up Lumbini. Okay, there we go. Alright. Hello and welcome to the stream. Today, as you can see, we are going to be playing Limits Company, which I've never streamed it on here before. But I've definitely been playing it in the background of things. I know where I'm at in story. It's been a while since I actually did story because I'm too busy getting my ass kicked by a horse. But for now, I'm not gonna worry about the intimidating horse in the background. I want to mostly just do my pulls for Walpurgis. And then I think I'm gonna do like maybe 1 or 2 mirror dungeons for the Inca event. Gambling thing. Yes, exactly. Let's get those. Because I have not done my rolls yet. I just want the Dawn Office announcers, or at least you saying. Because he's my favorite sinner. And Solomon is one of my favorite EGO, so this is just a no-brainer. Well, perk time, yes. I think I'm just gonna start with the rolls and hopefully I get something, considering I have really bad luck with this. I've been trying to get the Dawn Office announcers for God knows how long. All I wanted was you saying all I got was correct. No! Right. I saw someone on Twitter, I think, they had a trick where they went up here and then it turned green. I don't think that's it's not gonna work. It took me 130 worlds to get everything except being in. Oh god, that is pain. Yep. Nothing. I can do one more. Oh! Only one. Only one green. Ah!
쌍화차인가? 오늘따라 차의 맛과 향이
Gregor,
진짜
when I
좋구만.
get you.
이번에도
When I
노른자는
get you, Gregor.
한가운데 잘 뛰어났군 그래.
Trooping was having the double pity. AK collab. Oh god. I don't think I even was able to roll anything for AK collab. I just got the pity once. We insane vote. Yeah. We get the bug man, which it's fine. It's at least something, I guess, but man, I want. Been trying to get done off this event. Yeah, I am going to do the event with a mirror dungeon because we are going to leave the evil, intimidating horse in the corner here. We are not dealing with the horse. I don't think I have enough brain cells to deal with the horse right now. I could probably do Refraction Railway, but I'm at the horse, so obviously I don't have anything high enough leveled. Okay. Yeah, let me go get my code. I'll put it in the chat real quick. I don't know why I copied it when I'm literally just typing it on here. There we go. I'll say not a big fan of Grover's hair in this ID. It looks slicked back. He looks weird. I think did he have his hair slicked back for the Kirambio ID? Where is he? There you are. Yeah, not in the same style, but still, it's like pushed back. I'm looking at the wrong ID. the PM fan it does not read is showing right now. But yeah, he has two IDs where it's slicked back, but that one's like old man. Old man. Yeah, he looks... I think what's weird to me is the mustache. He looks incredibly weird with that. Actually, wait, I want to find Pablo. There he is. There's Pablo. He just eaten. Alright. Well, world's robust. He's in the little corner. Here, I'll pull him up again. Where is the old man? Where am I, unkempt king? Greg looks too well off. Yeah! I mean, he is... If I remember correctly, Dawn Office does operate in, like, a wing. He looks so weird with that hair. It looks like his mom did his hair for Sunday school! Oh, God! Also, Pablo, but yes! He a hungry boy. He a very, very hungry boy. Gregor is finally happy. True, I think this is probably one of the first IDs Gregor has had where his happiness does not look forced. Like, I know he's seen smiling in this ID, but it's like, yeah, you do just want the freaking light. Wait, where's Pablo in here? Oh, nope, there he is. He's in the sleeve. Spy is just chilling. Yeah. Spy's good. I don't really run Spy that often, but I remember it was like one of the first associations I was like, oh, this is neat. But then again, that's like the first one we're introduced to in Ruina, basically. Yeah. Alright, let's see. What do I want to run? Because, what did I run last time, actually? I should play Limbus again. I need my Gregors. Yeah, your Gregors miss you! I could just be funny and run Glee with, Single. Being pansexual is a blessing in this game. They made I run hot, cute, or both. True. The designs are like... They're very atypical for a bunch of more current gacha games, because usually whenever you look at gacha game characters... Genshin Impact. A lot of the characters have like unnatural hair, unnatural eye colors, and yes, you can argue that Rishu's eyes are unnaturally colored, but if I remember correctly, it's something with the city. I know it's explored in her Kanto, but I have not played her Kanto yet, obviously. I have a vague knowledge of what happens. I have already seen the spoilers everywhere. I kind of don't care. I think with me, it's more... I like reading the Abno stuff. Like the Abno distortions. I am a fiend for that. Yeah, because I think Mio has them too. The Arcort, the rabbit. Plus, it's not like we haven't already seen another colored prosthetic for a certain individual. Actually, here it kind of does look like a camera lens. That's scary. That's scary, actually. Maybe I'll run Burn just because I can probably switch out Dawn Office because it's just gonna automatically level him up. I should probably up-tie him though. You played Hanzo? Yes, I have. And Jesus Christ. I remember going through the ending and stuff, I was so invested. It was the same instance with Dawn's Kanto where I was literally playing it while I was walking in the war because I just could not put it down. It was super good. Imagine how boring it must be watching Dicey Lu having to see him reread the same book. Do you think the elders have like a fast forward button? I don't think they would, but that's kind of a funny thought. They're just there sitting at the screen like, no! No, get on with it! We don't want to read! We've read this enough! It switched to like a different channel. Like freaking Honolulu TV. I definitely have enough to uptime him. At least uptime enough that he's a little bit more
그럼
fast forward live
그렇게나
stream.
많은 죽음을
I mean,
머금고 편하게 마무리 지을 수 있을
face
거라고
it.
생각했나?
Ah, did you get old man? Yes, I
이번엔
got the
정말
old man.
각오하는 게 좋을 거다. 애송이.
With every breath I took, the acrid air around me burned my throat. Cries of pain, sorrow, and fear rang out from every direction. And every indescribable horrors overwhelmed my senses as a thick blanket of smoke squeezed the oxygen out of the air. Did you get the other old man? No, I did not. I only got Greg. The smoke permeated everything, even fields of battle packed full with spray of blood and scattering sharpnel, clashing blades and bolts whizzing past comrades and enemies both. The Mizano found cracks to suffuse. We used to call it stench the scent of humans. Oh! Oh, I was expecting Oswald. Oh, here comes my daily fix. Oh, let me set up your table, master. It's hot. You don't want to burn yourself. Listen, kid, there's really no need to baby me like that. Years have passed and smoke left its final mark on my memory. Now I'm leading a small fixer office where I nurture and train people as my own. Oh, okay. That was a flashback of the smoke war. I wonder what my younger self would think if he saw me as I am now. Could he have ever imagined this kind of life? The kind of prosaic, peaceful life where I get to sit in a cool, air-conditioned room and sip on a pleasantly warm cup of I can never pronounce this right. Sangracha, my people brewed. He has a point, Sinclair. Perhaps it would be best for your career prospects if you redirected the focus of your endeavors onto a task that more befit the responsibilities of a fixer, rather than that of a tea brewer. Brewing that tea can't possibly be so important a task that you would spend the time every morning to carefully analyze your superior's mood and choose which toppings would suit his palate. That is dedication there, actually. It's what's the phrase I want to use? Shit, what's the word? It's something that you can only really have if you're privileged enough to be able to do that, especially in the city. That is, well, still I think I'm pretty good at, so. Could you have imagined a kind of sedate life where I get to enjoy a hearty chuckle every now and then, watching shenanigans unfold, my pupils passively aggressively throw jabs at one another about what are untimely frivolities? Wait, is it? Okay, no, the music did not change. After all, how could he lose himself daydreaming when even a split second of distraction would mean certain death? Oh yeah, you got back from the contract, didn't you? The Urban Legend class request. Yes, I've completed the request regarding 1,000 needles. Now that I remember was in Ruina. That was what Una was investigating and even showed her like a picture of picking up the one needle with Pluto's insignia on it. That was my wife! Wow, you're impressive, solving Urban Legend class requests all on your own? Target posed an increasingly substantial threat as it mounted more aggressive resistance toward the end, but... I had a question regarding the contract, Herr Gregor. For me, what is it? As the name 1,000 Needles would suggest, I was presented with ample opportunities to collect and examine some black needles at the scene. Yep, there's the symbols. Bearing those symbols, I presume? Correct. Symbols with a yellow glow to be precise. Its power were analyzed next to symbols used by various workshops that marked their output, but no exact match was identified. Implementing Sigma's product branding is all the rage these days. There have been an uptick in workshops marking their products, leaving their symbols in the aftermath of the battle. That's actually right. If I remember correctly, the specific workshop that Philip got his sword from is meant to, like, leave a mark. I forget the name of the workshop, though. Got me worried for a sec. Maybe it becomes so money-grubbing that they started sponsoring all kinds of maniacs out there. But with this, that's one load off my mind. Though it isn't bad as it used to be, the city is losing what warmth it had by the hour. The proverbial winter is starting to set in its denizens lately. I like to think I've seen my fair share of wars the city had to offer, but day after day, the increasingly bizarre and out there incidents find their way to shake and shock me anew. If there was any warmth at all, its temperature is rapidly dropping to what could be described as nothing else but frigid. Still, the optimist in me says it's not all that bad, that we, as a collective, haven't quite reached the line we mustn't cross, and I must find solace in that. Then again, you never know. Maybe there are folks out there, people already far too gone and have crossed the line and then some, but as long as they don't make it my business by invading this cozy little place I've got my students, I don't think I want to concern myself with those things too much. Sponsorships? I didn't know workshops did that. You did not? Odd. Her Gregor. Oh! Not the poster child Gregor again. What? Can't blame Sinclair for not knowing. It's not like I have a habit of harping about old times. I possess the argument that any sentence that begins with "back in my day" that you were so fond of. She's really just pointing at him going like, old man. Old man. At least poster child. True. And he also does not have to deal with having a bug arm. He instead has this kind of cool prosthetic arm here. It's rather intricate, actually. I like it. It's a step up from the one prosthetic arm he had. I think from Rose Banner. In that case, could you tell us a little bit about your past? I know you're a very prestigious fixer master, but I've never had the opportunity to hear about what exactly you've done to earn that reputation. Yeah, maybe stories of those days are better shared in lighthearted conversation. Just something you mentioned in passing. Enough. Time has passed now anyway. Sigma Workshop, that's it! I've been using Sigma Workshop weapons throughout my career, from the day I started working in this business. Now, if you ask whether they're the best workshop weapons among the ones I borrowed, trying a weapon that'll keep me company through thick and thin, no, they weren't exactly all that. Why did you decide to go with the Sigma Workshop weapon, Master? Well, I could say they were a matter of my thin, hungry wallet, but more importantly, big-name workshops out there don't let anyone walk in just because they come knocking on the door. You gotta keep your clientele more distinguished, if you know what I mean. And in other words, more well-known workshops weren't all that eager to take commission from some no-name grade 9 fixer, even if you had the coin for it, which you didn't. No-name grade 9 fixer, where have I heard that before? Fortunately for me, Sigma Workshop was a relative unknown back in the day with a more niche audience, which meant they had no problems letting a green her like me purchase a decently high-quality weapon. Anyway, while the partnership was coincidental, it ended up being a win-win. It kept racking up successful contracts, and Sigma Workshop reaped the subsequent renown and a new swath of customers. Such a badass in the picture. Then he has his fuck-ass hair! I'm sure there's probably someone on Twitter, or like some other site out there that has edited him to have like his normal hair. Because I've seen many people complain that his hair looks too tidy. Which, it doesn't feel like Greg. He doesn't even have the ponytail. And sure, you can argue like, oh, he's wearing an ID, but you look at the other IDs, or at least Dawn Office, neither of them match the respective hairstyles of who they're representing. I think the only other one out there that I've seen that with was Hong Lu and Heathcliff for Full Stop. Can't believe they head washed. Oh my! Now that's an insult. That's an insult. Aha! So that's why all our weapons are. You catch on quick, kid! Thanks to my connection at Sigma's Workshop allowed a young chickling like yourself to wield one of their quality weapons! Oh my god, Sinclair cannot escape the chick allegations. Yep. It seems our office rep really tires of self-aggrandizing behavior. no one cannot deny that veracity of that claim. Anywho, they really saved my bacon more than a few times in Smoke War. I can't take you seriously, Gregor. The Smoke War. Yes. Same with any war, I'm sure. But for boots on the ground foot soldiers, survival was the only thing that mattered. Oh, okay. That's probably why now Gregor got this idea, because this whole Smoke War thing. And also being a good mentor towards the others, considering he's probably, well, not counting a certain blood fiend, he's probably the oldest one around. I dare say probably Otis might be around his age, if not maybe older. That's the vibe I get, at least. But I blame the fact that Gregor's kind of short. No surefire way to guarantee survival would have been to stay as far away as I could from the war, but that wasn't an option for Nesforeign fixers like myself. Some battlefields was so dire that even association fixers had to struggle through fight after fight with broken, malfunctioning weapons and worn-down outfits. But because I was sponsored by Sigma Workshop, every time my sword needed maintenance, they were right free of charge and even threw in a series of upgrades. Man, he had it set with Sigma. Back then too, as part of a detachment, perhaps a rather too grand name for what was really a hastily assembled group of fixers with even the remotest preparations against the damage of fire and heat in the war. We were a bunch of ragtag soldiers at best, but I won't deny there was an air of unwarranted confidence among us, given that all we needed to do was burn up a pair of wings. That day, still. Oh, jeez. We ain't falling back here. Push the line forward. Infestation so cleared. Regroup and rendezvous with the section's director and calling our recruited ops fixtures. We can do this together. Alright, Plainwall needs reinforcement. Jesus. Oh. That did not sound pleasant. A monstrosity of evasive abilities bordering on precognition and offensive capabilities that, with a single hit, could all but guarantee instant death. I'm going to HG to get all the tools in here. Let me, Gregor. Open deeps. God! I know nothing about that game. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. But good for it. Oh, Jesus. That was one of the devices weapons of G-Corp, and Liu Association was selected specifically to handle. Oh. I was probably stronger than each individual Liu fixer, but one set of wings reduced to ashes. One more push and don't let your guard down, team. Stay alert. Huh. Looks like we might actually have a chance. There's really no point in measuring individual merit when it comes to Liu fixers. The moment an all-out battle began, they came together with combined fluidity, not unlike that of a single organism, a dragon. Jeez, I wonder why. Like a dragon? Charging through the enemy forces under section director's command. It is not a good thing. All the boys have similar hair and love these space. Oh, okay. For a moment, the situation seemed so favorable that I began to hope we might defeat this film without needing reinforcements. And how things looked, the enemy was definitely on its back foot. We'd be able to seize victory with just a little more effort. Enemy altitude is down, but velocity remains constant. Its erratic movements haven't slowed altogether, Director. Goddamn bug. Its airborne vertical maneuverability won't be diminished much, even if we somehow manage to burn all of its wings. I see. The point of this operation was to prevent high-speed airborne escape. What possible scenario would come up with based on common sense? Do not apply to the decisive weapon of a wing. This is a famous flame of the... Oh! Oh! Lord of Flies. Oh! Alright! Oh! Slower than I imagined. The raging, seemingly impenetrable wall of fire flickered as it danced, inadvertently revealing the most minuscule openings, and the monster's eyes caught sight of two Liu fixers. In a blink of an eye, they were gone. Before most of the fixers could even comprehend what happened, I ran desperately to block the beginnings of a growing rupture in formation. Hey, it's right above you! Swing up! Gah! He swung, but with a curious delay. Was he your favorite? You fuck! Oh! Director, don't listen much to get to you. Calm yourself and Once a crack begins to split open, it only grows into a wreck. Stop moving as you move. Good lord, these freaking audio! Without moving as one in organic fluid motion, the flames scattered into mere cinders, no longer emerge as a flame dragon. The monster turned its tide, taking cover behind the fire and heat haze that obscured not only its vision but ours too. Fixed mediocre ability, scattered across the battlefield, serve only as hostages and meat shields for monstrosity. Jesus. Before it's even clear on the shoulder full of burning its wings. Gee, poor bastards. Just what the hell have you created? Tractor! The Lord of Flies slid upon the dragon's head and crushed it to a pulp. Unfortunately, minutes away from complete annihilation. I had to do something, so I went up to the front line and rallied the troops. Regroup here, to me! You know who I am. We even had a quick meet and greet, remember? All of you now under my command. Focus entirely on providing me support, and I'll swear I'll burn that fucking vermin's remaining wings to ash. First thing I see is I had to see Trevor's bug was not part of the war. I think it's a good thing the bug was not part of the war. I think that's a good thing. Pablo needs a break. You're not a section director. We work at them best. I doubt we can fill those boots. Maybe, but you, me, we're not exactly flexible options, are we? No, guess not. Fine, we'll march with you. Lead us. The world was on fire when we were trapped in a flaming cage. The sky above was nothing but pitch black darkness. Smoke and fires and smoke that smelled of humans mingled, creating creating a horrible crimson eye of a noxious storm that could hardly describe in any fitting words. But I was the leader in the hill now, and so I meditated a dragon's head to the best of my abilities. I may not have been the guy that filled the section of director's boots, and I was only flying by the seat of my pants. But by having a small army of fixers following my flow, and releasing bursts of flame that checked just the right movement, and the firepower proved twice as powerful. I alone blazed in the glow of the falling sun amidst the burning fields of the infestation zone. With the loot fixers behind me, I feel like I could measure pretty well against even the Milling Cross! Alright. I remember him! But the bodies kept piling and piling. Past a certain level, it didn't matter like how many are limitations you have or what grade your careers to decide the outcome. This is where the other, using negative factors come into play. The training routine, the kinds of effort they put into them, the match between the fighters, the battlefield, and the circumstance that might or might not give you an edge. We lasted pretty long for a sunset, didn't we? We kept on fighting me in this pitch black night. Eventually, I was the only one standing against that monstrosity of foe. I need a drink. Sorry. The Lord of Lights did not appear even remotely winded, although he was drawing from an infinite pool of energy. The situation seemed rather hopeless, but I was young at the time. I still had that youthful streak of rebelliousness burning somewhere within me then. Because I wasn't ready to sit down and let death take me. So I gathered whatever strength I had in me, all the muscle memory and all the training I'd done up to that moment, and held it all in my hand. Hey, fly bud. I don't know if you've been keeping track of time, but the sun will be peeking over the horizon soon. Just look at how the faintest blue is starting to encroach into the black night, heralding the crack of dawn. Okay, that's pretty cool. That's actually pretty badass. The heated blade draws a beautiful pattern as it cleaves through space before me under a distant sky. But the reach of my blade is too short to strike the monster. It fades to the side with ease, and the curve chase a stream of corrosive fluid. I can't read. And it lands right on my shoulder arm. My shoulder arm, melting it. Oh, so that's how he lost his arm here. You know what they say, that's darkness before the dawn. But it's pretty bright out here now, isn't it? I could feel its fluid spreading, eating away at my torso from shoulder to hip. But at the same time, so does the space my fierce resolve and sword has run through. Its sundered fabric melting away as though by flame. And the fly's wings that were touching the very tip of my blade's arc fell apart, its slight segments melting away. Now that I didn't see coming. But what will we do now? It seems you're now out of options. I didn't quite imagine it happening like this, but at least I made it time for the sunrise. Say hello to my reinforcement. And you're deaf. Weakling. Though the battle was fierce, all we managed to do at the end of the day was cut off its means of escape. And the reinforcement command decided to send out was but a single combatant. A single combatant to face this insurmountable foe with still armed with unpredictable movements and a seeming bottomless well of stamina. I'd be lying if I didn't say the realization didn't hit me with a wave of disappointment and a profound sense of futility. Hey, don't you know who I am? No one who spotted even a single skirmish in this battle wouldn't recognize the woman who marched up to the battlefield with a cigarette smoke blowing in the wind. Oh. She's the same person who survived the brutal gauntlet of duel after duel and personally cut down a number of promising futures, namely that of a grade 1 fixer who's a popular candidate of color fixer, the rising right hand of the Sotocapo, and those whose prospect was just as golden. Members victorious one battle after another monster of another nature. Of course I do. I've seen the way you fight. After leaving everything in her hands, I returned to the encampment in the back lines to have my injuries treated. And surrounded by the roaring cheers of spectators, I thought I'd watch a recording of a battle against Lord of the Flies. The footage slowed down by several dozen times. The only other way the video could have captioned the way two comets sped and zoomed around each other. In that footage, it seemed as though the reinforcement managed to behead Lord of the Flies, killing instantly before he even realized he was dying. As it turns out, if you kill a Lord of the Flies before it registers his own death, you don't have the chance to smell the maggot prints. Oh. It's a shame that so much of the work we did to prepare to counter the maggot prints went to waste, but thanks to Gamont Workshop's symbol seared in the back of Lord of the Flies, and with the witness reports from Lou Fixers who managed to survive the massacre, they recognized me as a major contributor to the success of that operation. Gregor. Gregor? Ah, sorry, my Scott lost fermenting, haha. Anyways, apparently burning down the monster's wings not being one hell of a promotion for Stigma Workshop. You fellas better learn to appreciate me, because I'm the only reason they're still offering weapons sponsorships to our office even my semi-retirement. Not to mention how the connections I made that got us in the position of the Louvre Association's affiliate office. Whoa, you really are amazing, Master! Amazing? Come on, I'm just a washed-up fixer with a broken body never fully healed. Damages caused by Lord of Flies' extremely corrosive fluids would have been difficult to recover from, and with a Cape Core ample of a fairly high purity. It is likely that his nerves failed to fully regenerate. Yeah, I guess so. Still, it's all thanks to that one ample I got for outstanding valor I'm still alive and kicking after all this time. Remember, those apples were even rarer back in my day. Wow. Huh. Kinda weird the lady who slayed the decisive weapon is in the news at all nowadays, though. I haven't heard much about her myself in a long while. She sure didn't seem to get herself killed unceremoniously. Ugh. She's probably enjoying herself in the comfy seat, lording over peons like us. Anyways, have that for harping on old times. Had enough yet? Jeez. I thought a lighthearted job was to pick up a piece of paper to my desk for a while today, related to her next contract. Is that the object had the fixer industry a buzz lately? You got that right. This will be what our next contract be about. They said my swag's alum's death is connected to his contract. Oh no. Oh no. I'm so sorry for your loss, Master. I can't imagine what you're going through. My heart's unscathed, kid. I was never too fond of that fella. Fuck him! Fuck him! The question is, have you heard anything about this object, Sinclair? Something they call the library's invitation. Oh boy. Alright. Oh boy, we're going back to the library. I'm back in the fucking building! Alright, so now he's powered up, so now I can use him in Mirror Dungeon and see really what he's like. Enter. Oh, did I start? I think I hit start, but didn't pick my team. Did I? Oh no, I was doing one. I thought I wasn't. Alright. Well, I'll do this then, and then I'll do a burn team. What am I running? Oh, I'm running Sinkin. Okay. He's singing one job. Thank you.
억압 작업이 성공했어.
Sinking. Oh, I think it's a random thing. Wait, not the normal. I have to do the normal because I don't have my sinners leveled up to that high. Because I have not done Nushu Kanto yet. Oh yeah, since I had the library comment threw me off. Oh, just old fixer with broken body. Don't worry, Garber. Ay ay ay. Of course, it does not save the team I had. Alright. I think I remember who I had. This team set probably seems really atrocious to some people. It probably is. Because I need to fix them again sometime, especially because I now have different IDs.
승객들, 뭔가 기분 좋은 일이라도 있었던 거야?
One of these days, I'm gonna join screen to be a super. Oh my god. Alright, I will not hit win rate. That's what I normally do. But I want to try and not do that. Oh, that's fine. That's fine if he's struggling. That's his whole thing. And none of you matter because you're slow. And go. I did not expect his uptight story to be that long, I will say. I remember, like, I could have sworn that uptight stories used to be, like, kind of simplistic, but I think that's also because they were hiding a lot of story behind, like, oh, you're gonna find this out later. Or just simply, it's a character that we're not gonna see again, like Yuri, which, heartbreaking? I should not be surprised considering that is PM's favorite hobby. I mean, it's always been something that they would do. I don't want to say constantly, but for as long as I remember, PM always had this kind of thing where it's like, hey, we're introducing this new character, and oh, they're gone now. Except Philip. Philip, he should have once with Dawn Office, lost. Shoved twice with Wedge Office. Partially manifested EGO, ran away. And then he got distorted, showed up at the library again. Got beaten up, ran away, and then showed up again! He's very persistent, but he is... A lot of people who know me will know that Philip is one of my favorite characters. Runa, simply because he is very interesting as a character. He's very human in the world of Project Moon. Because a lot of characters in Project Moon are just like, oh, this person doesn't matter, they're gonna die. Or you should not forge unnecessary connections with someone because something bad can happen to them. Which I think Roland talked about that too. Hearing this stupid 그거 딩딩 섬름에.
너도 걸레짝이 돼버렸군.
맞는 거야.
Little ding ding. He just has little dings for now because I did not get the Gatling gun for him. He is not armed to the teeth. Wait, did you get the EU? Nope. The only thing I got from Walpurgis was Gregor. I got one old man, but not the one I wanted. Hello, Frog. I'm going to fight you, Frog. Actually, I don't really need the two tremor gifts. Unless I use them. I just noticed how low False's sanity is, so maybe not. This is not a good fight to do with low sanity. Thank you, Frog.
파우스트가 맞이하죠.
敵に変化が見られます.
Oh. Well, I wanted False and Gregor. False seems to be like a really popular contender this Walpurgis, which I am not surprised considering I'm pretty sure the same thing happened last time she got like a Walpurgis ID. I have more gloom. So I can just this. There we go.
어두운 무지를 열어줬지. 편히 쉬시게.
I've had insane luck overall this month somehow.
지시를 맞춰. 저지에서 도피하지 마.
I feel like Walpurgis luck is either you get everything, or you don't get anything, or the very rare cases where you just get constantly the same thing.
재료 손질이 빨라지지 않았어? 좋은 재료 덕에 신이 난
That's
것
what I've noticed at least. It's never anything in the middle. I don't really see people getting like half of everything. It's either just everything, or just one particular thing that they can't seem to get rid of. There's more gloom here. I also do sloth. There we go. Last Walpurgis Night, I only got an announcer in Myrn, like, oh, that's pain. That's really painful. I'm trying to remember which one I got last time. Dawn of, didn't get that.
대성공이야. 칼은 신나. 노래 부를까?
퇴거하시죠. 개체에게 일격을 가하는데 성공했습니다.
Yeah, he's dead. I'm just gonna...
샴페인을 가져오기엔 너무 이른 타이밍이긴 하겠지만 이 전투가 성공적으로
Kill him.
끝나면 모두 희생을 기리며 축배를 드는 것은 나쁘지 않겠죠.
Big fuck you, butler attack. I always lose that. I don't know why I still try doing that. You might get a gift. You do not get a gift.
돌아오겠습니다.
Well, at least I got the cost, so I think cost will be a little bit more beneficial.
스페셜한 기운이 느껴져.
Let's see.
면밀히 짚어보고 나아가는 게 어떤가 하오만.
Actually, that's better.
어두운 무지를 열어줬지.
I am glad one thing they did for Olympus is that they can just let everything happen on the screen at once. Rather than Runa where it's just like, you gotta wait till this turns up and then it goes on to the next one. I feel like that kind of drives out a lot of the battles. At least in my experience, because I remember going through the sweepers and just being like, this is so agonizing.
언제나게 패주지.
적에게 치명상을 입혔겠네요.
그대를 길을
관리자님은 당신이 생각하는 것보다 대단한 능력을 맞추고
대성공이야.
제가 늘
바람
말씀드렸죠.
신나.
저는 언제나
열어졌지.
옳은 말만 한답니다.
I realized uptying Gregor was a mistake because now whenever I see a loading screen, it's gonna be his stupid face.
다음
It could be worse.
오찬까지는
It could be
돌아오겠습니다.
much worse. It hurt me, now there's nothing here.
스페셜한 기운이 느껴져. 면밀히 짚어보고 나아가는 게 어떤가 하오만.
이 땅과 마음, 손끝이라도 대려는 자가 있다면
And the corp people on the
정리하겠습니다.
screen. I freaking hate that corp
해봤지 않은 것들
with a passion.
대성공이야.
모두를 수업을
바람 신나. 노래 부를까?
훌륭한 쉬시게. 이외에 특별히
I I will say the funniest thing about the Encore chapter, like in Sinclair's Kanto, is the fact that they reference
직원들이
it's supposed to
긍정적인
release
환경에
near
놓이게
Christmas because
되었어요.
there's something on announcers like
관리자님이
Merry
이 기회를
Christmas
잘
and everybody's like,
활용하길
are you kidding me?
기다리겠습니다.
It's not Christmas anymore.
기계는 언제나 기다리는 운명이니까요.
나아가주게.
지식을 마주하고 경지에서 도피하지 마.
승객이 딱콩 한 방 먹였어.
That's
적에게
curious about how
치명상을 입혔군요.
like glasses people wear in
당신이
parts. Like,
생각하는
what
것보다
kind of glass
대단한
are
능력을
they?
갖추고
What
있다고
kind of,
제가 늘 말씀드렸죠.
what's the material the lens made
저는
out of?
언제나
Considering they
옳은
never
말만
like
한답니다.
shatter. The only set of glasses I've seen shatter in PM Universe are the Philips. That's the only time I bet I can remember off the top of my head. There's probably another time where it happened, but I'm just not remembering. I want to render my foes depressed. They must feel the pain I felt in getting Lily Gregor.
헌팅 커틀러리 준비 끝.
I shouldn't complain too much considering it's at least something. I have gone
개체가 유리한
Walpurgis
조건을
without
이용하고자
getting
하는
anything
징조가
from it.
보입니다만 관리자님의 전술력과 제 지시만 있다면 그다지 위협적이진 않을 것 같군요.
He's gonna be defending. So I'm not gonna waste my time with him, just nuke the first one.
언제나게 패주지.
I don't think I ever had a Walpurgis where I reached 100. I might be wrong. But I'm pretty sure that most of the banners in Limbus, I don't really reach that high. I think the only time the only time I did, I think it was for the AK collab. I know I was able to get the kitty. I think I used it on Gregor's.
직원들이 긍정적인 환경에 놓여 있게 되었어요. 관리자님이 이 기회를 잘 활용하길 기다리겠습니다.
Continue nuking the first
기계는
one.
언제나 기다리는 운명이니까요.
The other guy does not exist. If I don't look at him, he does not exist.
언제나게 패주지.
무지하니까
미끄러지는 꼴 좀 보라지.
적확한 하나비였어.
V 摘出。このまま進めましょう。
There's the poison. I'm kind of surprised that we didn't have anything poison related in Runa. At least not directly. We had corrosion. We had corrosion from Jan. I need to start worrying about the other guy.
진하게 패주지.
직접 열어드리죠.
サンタさんの作戦とても効果的でした。
정리하겠습니다. 불결한 것.
대성공이야. 다른 신이
Your defending's not gonna
적에게
save you from the
치명상을
bullet.
입혔군요. 관리자님은
Alright, now
당신이
it's good.
생각하는 것보다 대단한 능력을 갖추고 있다고 제가 늘 말씀드렸죠. 저는 언제나
Get some
옳은 말만
boom.
한답니다.
There we go.
먼지나게 패주지.
エリートオペレーターの身の腕前です。
기대받지 않은
훌륭하오.
모조리
이외에
치워버린다.
Yippee.
특별히 첨언할 이유도 없군.
Cost. And I'll take you because I already have the portrait. Ooh. Yeah, let's go say hi to the queen. Let's go say hi to the queen. What does this one do? Oh! Alright. Christ! Hi, queen. Do I want to see what happens? This one? Oh, so it's still a charge. I still get a charge gift. Just want to heal everyone real quick. Actually, I think they're good. I think they're good. I'll just focus on enhancing what I have. When did Hell the Queen of Hatred get added? This was, I can't remember if it was the previous exactly Walpurgis. I want to say it was. She got added along with Night of Despair, which Rhodia has, and then Queen of Hatred. Dawn got both the ID and the EGO. Actually, thinking I don't burn. And I guess I'll do that. Man, I'm out of the loop. I definitely played with this again. Okay. Alright. 2 Walpurgis Night. Okay, it was two ago. Ooh. Neat. I can get the skeletal problems later.
이게 옳은 선택일까?
Hi, Night.
분위기가 이상하다.
공장장이 화났을
I will say, I love the map for this scene. Because you can see all of the dead clerks in the background. Oh, hi. Hi, Rhodia. It feels... This is what the agents saw. This is what the agents dealt with. This is horrifying, but it makes so much sense. Fine. Here we go. I forgot how tanky for health is. Jesus. Then again, she is wrong. Yeah, and Second Alarm is definitely my favorite for the trumpet themes. I almost said trumpet songs. But it's wild because I think when they remix it for Luna, it's still a hit. It just doesn't hit in the same way that the original does.
을 만들고 도구 연습만 하는 것이오?
Hi, Queen. God.
적들이 뭔가 기분이 좋아
It is
보이는 것
interesting to
같아.
see how far
카론
Queen
기분
of Hatred has
나빠.
come as like an Admiral, considering she's been here since Legacy Lovecourt, and she's gone through so many changes. It just like seeing her, it makes me super
불편한
happy.
점이라도
I need to stop
있으십니까?
clicking on stuff and focus. All right, get the swords. You're further off against that one. Oh, that's fine. Waiting. Ah. Probably offset some of these too. If he doesn't nuke us. There we go.
어두운 무지를 열어줬지요.
I forgot the sword can hit more than one person. Oh.
대성공이야. 카론 신나. 노래 부를까?
Equal, please. Thank you.
훌륭하고 이외에 특별히 첨언할 이유도 없군.
Thinking about now too, the one branch is game that also gives you like first person view of what it's like working Lovecourt. Like working in Lovecourt generally sounds horrifying. Like the surface level, it sounds super cool. Oh.
그대들의 명령을 밝고 생기로
We're so good.
이건 벗어날 수 없는
that's what
벌레인 거야?
Which one? Actually, he's saying you do that one. You might actually kill it. Better off there. Covering these here. Oh, that's AoE. Lol.
이쪽은
Evolve.
편히 쉬시게.
Even with the attacker, which I still at least get the
열어드리죠.
sin thing, the resources, sin resources. So if I have to, I can use EGO. Come on, Heath, let's show that you're more depressed. Never mind.
저 밑에서 나를 부르는 물소리가.
Well, we got one. I think Otis got staggered though.
운명 속에 사무친 그대의 이름을 걸고
Oh, we need to start
나 여기서
getting shit
빛을
together.
맹세한다.
그래서 카론이 안전벨트
Yeah,
잘
Otis
하라고 있잖아.
staggered. Oh. what's targeting? Okay, she's targeting Otis. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna let Sing offset that, so we don't have to worry about Otis crumbling up and dying like the old woman she is. I should not say that, considering she probably has the ability to kill me. That. Offset that. And then that other sword. How good is Queen's still doing good. Queen's still good.
어두운 무지를 열어줬지라.
Only 5 damage! The sickly Victorian man is stronger. And then battle who's more depressed. She can take it, she can tank it.
우리 앞을 막는 스무스한
Alright, I
선수들에게
need to focus on one last
나와
sword.
그대의 힘을 합쳐
I think it's almost
위대한
good.
살리심을 보여줄 것을.
이제 끌고 가도 될 것 같소.
빨리빨리 옮기시오.
Jesus. That is Yiseng. Yiseng, you focus on that. I need someone who can get another dominating. I might just have to... Yeah, because they're too slow. Okay. I did not see that initially, but I need to offset this. So she doesn't nuke us. She... I think I'm gonna have you use bygone days. Just be safe. Just be safe. I've died. Never mind. We're still good. We're still good. Thank God. We're still good. You can just use it next turn. We're just getting her revenge, but I fear this can be the hit that kills her. Otis, please survive. One task, survive. She's fine. That's the last one.
개츠에게 일격을 가하는데 성공했습니다. 샴페인을 가져오기엔 너무 이른 타이밍이긴 하겠지만
Calling all
이 전투가
besties.
성공적으로
Kill!
끝나면 모두의 희생을 기리며 축배를 드는 것도 나쁘지 않겠죠.
We're good, we're good, we're good, we're good.
나
We're good,
맞출게.
we're good, we're good, we're good. We're good?
이곳은 그분의 초상이요. 가까이서 자세한 하나인가.
Oh, we might be good, we might be good.
승객이 딱콩 한 방 먹었어.
I don't think we're gonna let Queen... Oh, no! There she is! Fuck you, Beam! Thank you, Queen!
당신 그래도 최대한 참고 있었구나.
Thank you, Queen of Hatred. Always continue to be the best magical girl. I want more Starlight. I am hungry for Starlight. And I will take your sword. Just gonna rip it out of here real quick. It's mine now. Oh, we can also do... Oh. I'll do Nuna Violet because this one, since I'm running Sinking. Plus, since I have Yi Sing, that should be a little bit easier. Holy shit, Otis. I will have to open the next round using either Fluid Sac or...
버틀러 차원 가방 준비 완료했습니다.
Actually... Yeah, Fluids. I think Fluid Sac would probably be best, but... Hey, don't mind us now, you just need to rip the sword out of your back. Okay, love ya. Yeah, basically, like, I can say out of like all the magical girls, I think Night of Hatred, Jesus. Night of Despair was like, and still is one of my favorites. I blame the fact that I'm a sucker for like star designs. She's just really, really pretty. I also like Queen of Hatred. Like, all the magical girls are like super fun. Like in their own way. I think it's pretty normal for every PM fan to have at least one bias toward a particular magical girl. Like I feel like every PM fan has at least one magical girl and one bird in the Black Forest they like. Mine just happens to be both of the depressed ones. Night of Despair and Judgment Bird.
훌륭하오. 이외에 특별히 첨언할 일도 없군.
지시를 마주한 무지에서
대성공이야. 가론 신나. 노래 부를까?
Other like sets that they have, like you have the magical girls, you have the birds, and you have kind of like the unofficial gun trio of the Spaceships, Funeral, and Riding Hood Mercenary.
이 전투는 승리할 거예요.
Like everyone has their own favorite out of like, that whole trio. So I'm kind of curious now if we're gonna have our own Limbus trio of the gun gang. That's what I call them that, but I don't know what else to call them really. They all have guns. They all can. Well, they can't all do stuff if you ask. Like, Spaceships, you can ask him to just shoot down like a whole hallway. Like, if you have a particular character you hate, boom, dead. He can take care of it. He's your man for that. He will fuck them up. And Fred, you can just be like, hey, kill. In Funeral, you can't. You can't ask him to just kill someone. He goes out and he does whatever he feels like. At least that's in my experience. Because I fondly remember when I first got Funeral, he was one of my favorites, and I was like, I need his gift. And it's like, wow, he keeps reaching. It's because my stats are like the best. I forget what particular stat he's very picky with. I think it's Justice. I could be wrong. Yeah, I need to do more abnormal lore keeping. But then I was in a moment where I was kind of like burnt out from anything PM related, so I was kind of like putting it on the back burner. But I hold it very near and dear in my heart. I love Project Moon. Just the games are sometimes I guess I should say they're not beginner friendly. I mean, if someone who's never played video games asked me for a game recommendation, I probably would not tell them to play a Project Moon game.
적에게 치명상을 입혔군요.
As much as I would love to, it's because I can understand that Project Moon isn't like really a franchise or a series that isn't for everyone, considering it is dark, it is depressing. You have your moments where you have like little specks of hope in the form of someone getting their EGO, or even the opposite, someone getting their EGO and people being pissed off about it, like Ahab. Because both Ahab and Dongling, both, I don't want to say arguably, they are pretty bad people. Well, you can probably argue Dongling had his reasons, but Ahab just hell. Sentence to whale. Hi, Funeral. Hi, funeral. Give me your sinking. Give me your butterflies. Thank you. I'm keeping them in a jar. I don't need bleed. I don't need charge. Alright. Fine. Oh boy. Are you winning, son? I think so! I'm doing pretty well for someone that usually just smashes win rate, I think.
본부대로 완료했습니다.
Yay, bleed and charge for a sinking team. And Heathcliff is probably gonna corrode off the bat. I called it! I called it! I should not be surprised. So what will you do? Oh, you're going to be decent. You're going to be decent and smack the grape. Heathcliff was tired of the show and nope, peace! He became Bug. He is now Bug. I'm fine. If he's attacking Mr. Grape Soda over here, I'm fine. I'm fine. It is if he tries to maim the sickly Victorian man, as you say. Hugo now Barnaby. What? I mean, they both have that EGO. They both have, what's the name of it? Centipede, shock centipede. APD, aid.
이외에 특별히 첨언할
The
이유도
bug.
없고.
I can't look at these. I can't look at this ordeal the same way ever again with the knowledge that we have about
관리자님은 당신이 생각하는
the
것보다
amber
대단한 능력을
ordeal
가지고
that.
있다. 제가 늘 말씀드렸죠.
Which is,
저는 언제나
yeah, we sell this. We bottle this and sell it. Like what?
승객이 딱콩 한 방 먹였어.
연장 솜씨가 현란하죠.
Why would you do that?
건물 만들고 도구 연습만 하는 것이요.
Okay, Heathcliff is done freaking out now. He's fine. At least until I throw him into the mines again.
어두운 무지를 열어줬지.
Did Otis just go under? Okay, I'm not gonna ask. Sometimes the game is held together by balloon paper clips. I remember a while back when I had which Hong Lu was it? Liu Hong Lu, and he literally just jumped out into like the void over here. Like, dude, where are you going? Get back here. You're not allowed to leave. You have a job to fulfill.
어두운 무지를 열어줬지. 깨닫지 말게.
敵に対して大きな打撃を与えました。
너도 걸레짝이 돼버렸군.
Yippee. Alright, burn for the sinking team, I guess. I'm not gonna fall for it this time, I'm just getting a freaking gift. Alright. Okay, now I think I need to just heal. Oh, lithograph! Wait, that's perfect! Lithograph... Bleh. Ooh. Lithograph, my beloved. Just heal everyone up a little bit, see if I can power this up. Do it all the way? Hell yeah. I think I'm just gonna get... I mean, lamp grabbers is just burn sinking. True. True. Maybe then I'll leave it there then, just in case I need to use them. Who knows? We're about to go get freaking monolith. Nope, can't get anything there. Okay. Actually, did I? I'm just gonna get rid of this one. 'Cause I want this one. There we go. I'll be real, I almost misread Lampus LARP. I was like, what is Gregor doing now? Grandpa, stop
敵
that.
に変化が見られます。
Alright. Oh, that's Gregor now. That's fine. We need to get this one back here. And then...
나아가주게.
Spanish focus on what's wrong to say. I'm sorry, so not the purple ordeal, it's the amber one, the worms, if I am remembering correctly. It was pretty sure it was the worms. I mean, I remember being super surprised at first, but then I remember like all the weird stuff that they had in Newport. The whole freaking fish ice cream, for God's sake. Plus, there is literally a whole district dedicated to just cannibalism, so. Gregor's fine. Not Gregor, Heathcliff.
어두운 무지를 열어줬지라.
지식을 마주하고 삶은 영원하지 않아.
대성공이야.
Thank you, Miyosa.
다른 신나. 노래 부를까?
직원들이 긍정적인 환경에 놓여있게 되었어요. 관리자님이 이 기회를 잘 활용하길 기다리겠습니다. 기계는 언제나 기다리는
We
운명이니까요.
love to see it.
이 땅과 마이 손끝이라도 대려는 자가 있다면
효율적인 대처로 개체를 꿰뚫었습니다. 참고로 기계는 입에 발린 말 따위 쉽게 하지 않아요.
Get stabbed, idiot.
훌륭하오. 이외에 특별히 첨언할 이유도 없군. 최고의 선택이었어.
Then
관리자.
get this one, go on to the next phase, and then go prepare for the evil monolith that's responsible for so many clerk deaths. Actually, I'm curious, are there any clerks in this hallway? I don't think there are. I am surprised by how consistent they are with keeping the style from L-Corp. The style of the layout, because every particular department in L-Corp has a really distinct style. Like, for the most part, a lot of the upper layers have similar hallways. It isn't until you get lower, they are like a little bit different. Like, you have Central Command, who's like a little bit more like elegant, I guess. And then you have Disciplinary, which is understandably possibly terrifying to navigate. Oh wait, wrong one. No, wait, that's... I can't imagine running around hallways that are constantly red. I would be so panicked. If anything, I'd be more concerned too about how I would navigate. I was actually talking about this with some people a while back, how the facilities for L-Corp must be held to navigate, and yes, you can tell me that yes, they are color-coded.
모조리 치워버리.
Nice. Yes, they're color-coded, but the thing is, I have a really poor sense of direction. I would get lost. Like, you'd see this one dingus who's just running around and be like, oh, it's just a clerk, they're lost. No, it is an agent who can't find their freaking department. Ooh, you're really this guy.
이딴과 나.
Kill him.
손끝이라도 때려는 자가 있다.
길일 테니
밝게 열어젖힌다.
He's saying you have the L-Crip ID. I trust you. I should not have trusted you. Alright. He's saying...
애착 작업은 옳지 않았소.
The monolith.
우와, 사람도 깜짝.
Grant us love. Well, I would love for you to leave me below. Wait. Okay, that's actually kind of funny. The fact that the toggle stays still when you go to select it. It's like, what do you think you're doing? Locking it up my ass, bitch. Don't want you here. You are not welcome here.
나아가주게.
That's the fractal. That's just another Tuesday. Hate this video. I'm gonna focus on my new tape still just because it screwed me over in the run. That's honestly fair. I honestly prefer this one only because if I know it's coming, it's easier to manage because it's like, alright, everyone into the side. Don't be in any of the main departments or you're going to die.
승객이 딱콩 한 방 먹었어.
But I will say, I remember the first few times, well, I did not know that I was just gonna drop down and be like, haha, fuck you. I was just so appalled. Like, why?
다소 유리하구려.
Who let this thing in the building? It was not me, I can tell you that much. This thing is not welcome here. We do not respect this thing. Kill the rocks. Kill the rocks. I like finding it for vengeance. Yeah! See, that's perfect. That's like a good reason to kill it. That's me with the stupid, the green ordeals. Because green ordeals are easy to deal with. I just don't like them. Because it's the kind of ordeal where I think, like, okay, everyone down here is set. I go to look at one of the other departments, like, hey, this entire team got killed. Like, what do you mean you got killed? Because at least with most of the others, if they deal mental damage, you can just get an agent that deals white damage. You're like, hey, go bring them back to their senses. You can't do that with red damage. Red damage is end all be all, alongside pale damage. You are done. Like, I love the design. Purple deers are so cool, but oh my god, do they wreck me? Since the one time I tried to ignore them, screen nuke more. That's what I do, honestly, is if I have ordeal, if I have that particular ordeal, and I only have the upper compartments open, I just nuke them. Oh. I love finding it because it's hydrogen bomb for scoffing baby. I want to see Cassetti, but I also think it'd be really funny if I do the last one as the Walpurgis Night one. This can only end well.
죽음 충동 억제. 관념 봉인.
Like, for me, personally, with the ordeals, worms are always gonna be my least favorite, only because there's so many.
관리자님의 전술력과 제 지시만 있다면 그다지 위협적이진 않을 것 같군요.
I do not like these worms. I'm pretty sure they don't like me. So it would be mutual agreement if they just, I don't know, went somewhere else. Actually, we're unopposed against Heathcliff, who is speed 4. So then all I'm gonna do is put you there. Put you there. There we go.
이 또한 지식이도록.
I think my favorite deals, though, is maybe Red and Blue Dawn just so easy, but I do like green or design. Fighting them, annoying. Design-wise, peak. Red ordeals are... I remember my first new ordeal, I'm pretty sure it was red, and when I saw the big-ass clowns, I was like, are you shitting me? What the f do I do with this thing? It won't stop rolling.
훌륭하오. 이외에 특별히 첨언할 이유도 없군.
I think too, it also depends on what you have in your departments. Like, say you get like either a violet or a crimson ordeal, and you have a lot of breachers in your department. Yes, it's harder to deal with because then you have the fear of something breaching and making everything worse. I've had it where I had this one ordeal. It's like, alright, I have this down pat, and then I looked at the other partners like, oh, they are fucked. There we go.
적에게 치명상을 입혔군요. 관리자님은 당신이
I
생각하는
just remember being so jump scared by the indigo ordeal, because I remember I was like looking at people like, that's a new color! What is it? I'm so curious! And then it just moved my entire facility. Like, what are these things? What are these unauthorized things roaming around? I don't pay y'all! You don't pay rent! Get out of here! I'm just gonna start freaking giving these little shits name tags and just be like, alright, this is my facility. My facility's full of monsters. Not like it already wasn't. I'm fine with that. If they want to fire me for listing the abnormalities and ordeals to work on each other, fine. At my 31st run of LobCorp, when a purple new ordeal was called out. Oh no! Central Command is definitely the worst for that, considering you have 8 abnormalities. Granted, 2 of them, depending on how you do everything down there, are most likely going to be tools. But if they're all breachers, oh dear god! Plus, at that point, you're also starting to get WAS and possibly an Aleph. Although, I've seen some people get an Aleph as early as training or safety team, which I've had that happen. I did not like it! Because I did not have any WAS, so I did not have any good gear. I was like, ugh. Imagine if they were colored. Oh god, I'm getting flashbacks to the freaking end game when they were coming in. Be like, oh, what? There's this little shit that's just floating around. What is she doing? And then everyone goes insane. Like, no! Fucking no! And that was back then. I generally was like, I'm trying to keep as many agents alive as I can. So seeing these people come in, I was like, no! Alright. 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 I will have to heal him. Ah! I forgot how creepy this fucking face is. I can't, like, this is another reason why working at the court must be horrifying, because imagine you're told, like, hey, we have a new abnormality. It looks like it's a tool one, because it doesn't do anything, it just sits there. And then all of a sudden, you turn around, there's a clerk trying to shove someone into it, and you're like, what are you doing? It's like, oh, I'm making music. Like, you stop that. It's like, no, you're gonna become music next. Why don't you just throw yourself in? I can become music. Yes, you can become music. Yippee! God, I hate Singing Machine. For the longest time, this little shit was the bane of my existence, because I did not have everything filled out. I was still new to the game. I was like, Why? Why do people keep dying to this stupid thing? It does not move! Sarah's heart purple meme. I remember trying to brute force that run so much before throwing the towel. Not the sing machine. I remember doing with Purple Midnight Wolf fight. Oh, one loss! Damn! I don't really want to lose any more HP. I have a bad feeling that's what those two are going to do. So go throw yourself in there, dude. You do that. You
고통 없이 지식을 얻지
keep yourself
못한다나
safe.
뭐라나.
Alright, so I am going to start Smash
스페셜한
with
기운이 느껴져.
Fluid Sack, because God knows I need the healing.
어떤가 오만.
But at least I got another sinking gift. Which I will take. I will take that over anything. Okay, so those in the back are 4, so I'm gonna switch everything over to those in the back. They take priority. Then there's number 3 here, which saying can help. Dominating. Singing machine is the one that no, I take a flamethrower and just burning it. The SCP will no care if I burn this cursed machine alive. It is actually alive. If I remember correctly, it's either in the art book for L Corp or something find out in the actual thing
적에게 치명상을 입혔고
for the war types and everything.
당신이 생각하는 것보다 대단한 능력을 갖추고 있다.
The Codex, the Admiralty Codex. It is alive.
저는 언제나
Every Admiralty is alive in some shape or form. Some of them just can't talk to you directly. They have to talk to you in your mind, which a lot of the mental Admirals do that. I'm pretty sure Sing Machine is one of them.
발은 신나. 노래
The Sing
부를까?
Machine does deal light damage. Surprisingly, I didn't have issues with Sing Machine or Fetus. Oh, I fucking hate the Fetus. I hate Nameless Fetus so much. It's... I remember when I first saw it, I already was disgusted. It was so revolting to look at. I was like, I put this thing back. Put this thing back where it came from. I don't want it here. And then when it started crying, I was like, because I cannot handle the deal. I can't handle the sound of crying children or like anything like that. It was so.
손끝이라도
ugh.
대려는 자가 있다니.
To this day, whenever I see Nameless Fetus show up, like it could be against one of the most heinous A-list or was out there. I will not pick Nameless Fetus. I will pick the other ones.
열어드리죠.
If it does not scream, I don't care.
그대받지 않는
このまま行けば敵を食い止められます
See that? Elcorp is definitely a game I wish I could replay again, kind of like figure out everything. But I also know that when I first played, I also was kind of like, okay, I'm gonna look this up, or I'll like ask my friends on Discord, hey, how do I deal with this thing?
손끝이라도 대려는 자가 있다니.
And like most of the time they don't tell me directly, which I'm very grateful for that, because this is definitely a game where I feel like you need to do it hands-on, because that way you remember it better. Is it fun? No, you are going to be doing a whole lot of shit half the time. You're gonna have all these departments. You need to keep track of whatever's in which one, know what goes to what, but keep going, it gets easier. Plus, with doing the Sephira meltdowns, it's easier, because then you don't have to worry about those branches. Not branches, Jesus Christ. The departments, because I know when I got to the point where all the upper departments were fine, I was like, okay, fine. If I get an Aleph, I can put it up here, because then I don't need to worry about it going into meltdown, which is very rare that you would get an Aleph up there. I think really the only Alephs you can possibly get before, well, I think the only one would be White Knight, but that's assuming that you already did the whole thing to make it become White Knight. When I first played Corp, the Omnos had some issues with 7 Father Swan and King of Greed. Namely King of Greed. I hate the song The Black Swan, I think that's the name of it. Because I remember that was the one particular that showed up when I was doing more endgame stuff, and at that point I decided to just like curse that one in particular. Like, it's your fault, you're the reason why these shits are showing up. You're the reason why I'm suffering, which it was not the case. It was the case that I have never gotten that far in the game, and I was experiencing something new that was just kicking my ass. Yes, I am doing that because... Okay. What was your first save life? Mine was Blue Star. Yeah, my first one was Blue Star, I'm pretty sure. And I remember when I was showing my friends on Discord, they're like, oh, you're saved. Like, what do you mean I'm saved? They're like, that's the easiest one to manage. Which, arguably, yeah, I have the easiest time managing both that one and Censored. I don't know what it is about both of those. They're just easier for me to deal with because I know what to expect from them. Not only that, but they don't deal red damage. They don't deal black damage. They deal white damage. Well, no. Censored deals black damage, but either way, I can deal with mental damage. I can deal with bonking panic employees with the freaking one sin weapon. Not that that's like the best choice, obviously, but it's like that's definitely easier. Like, whenever I see nothing there, it's like, why are you here? I don't need you here. Actually, can I? Yeah, I'm just gonna hand seize then. When I started LC, I showed with Justice. Yeah, that's the only reason why I tried so hard with Judgment Bird, because I saw the EGO. I was like, this is something I would actually wear. And hearing that the damage type was pale was like, wait, this is perfect. This is definitely perfect. And then all my agents kept dying to it. I was like, alright. Unfortunately, I got there though. I did get the EGO. Though right now, I need to get it again in my current run. Like, both Justia and Twilight, they're like one of the best EGO like sets out there. I'm not talking about the individual suit or the individual weapon. I'm talking about the whole set with both the suit, the weapon, and also the gifts that come with it. They just look so badass. Also, it's kind of funny just watching employees walk around with like the blindfold on, because it's like, hey, you, go to the Schadenfreude real quick. I'm pretty sure there was a research thing for Schadenfreude's deal where they sent in someone with a blindfold, and they're like, huh, it worked. Dispose of this person immediately. Oh. Ruby's not having a fun time. You. Give her some sort of chance. I was trying to call someone make an actual jacket photo of it. Ooh! Yeah, that would be like really comforting to like wear, especially during the winter, I think. Because then you have like a little fluffy coat. I think the hardest part about that suit, probably to make it, would be the bandages. Like, I know for a fact, it's hard to like make anything consistent, especially with the design choices made in L-Corp. There are some pretty funky suits out there. Fun fact, you have something just to skits. Oh! I know, Blue Star Skip didn't do it. I did not know Center or the blindfold on Justice Bird did that either. I would do that fine. Although I don't really do much with Firebird anyways. I don't think I ever got the gift. Well, not the gift. I've definitely gotten the EGO gift, but I never got the weapon. Heathcliff's fine. Heathcliff's fine. Anyways, before I forget.
정리하겠습니다. 물결.
I will just not this thing has unbreakable. Spine's not unbreakable. I can break that. Oh, you can break mine.
は深手を負っています。
Enemies have a wound. Yes, yeah, I know. I run transmitter because Heathcliff is gonna go ballistic and I don't want to risk him killing us. Also, Kanto XLA so sad. I am kind of afraid of what that might mean, because I don't know if they're doing it because you need to work more with the story, or if they're like, we need to let this cook a little bit longer. Either way, I am afraid. I won't consider myself a Mirasol fan. I can enjoy him from a distance. He's like a character that I can like agree with. Mirasol is like rather enjoyable, I'd say. It's not top of my list, but still, I know a lot of friends who really like Mirasol, and I'm like, fear.
이외에 특별히 첨언할 이유도 없고.
기대받지 않은 것들 모조리 치워버리고.
Especially considering the whole sun thing, and that's what they call Garmin, the sun! It's not like we haven't already had a sinner, distort. Ah, he's now orb. Kill the fucking orb. Floor drop out the French code is insane. Yeah. It is very interesting to see how much they bring in from the books. Like, I've only read a little bit of Sinclair's book before I lost it. I've read Yiseng's poems, and seeing how they tie everything from both of those together, everything together, not just the books too, but also like the author's lifestyle, like Gubo being involved in Yiseng's story, where it was someone they actually Yiseng knew.
기계는 입에 발린 말 따위 쉽게 하지 않아요.
I read myself in this book. I can look over. I do have Ishmael's. I have Ishmael's and Defense book. I don't know my book of Yiseng poems one though. I think I loaned it to someone. I just haven't gotten it back yet. Oh, we're in the mines. Could you turn yourself over? Oh yeah, I can do that. Okay. There we go. Is that okay? Or a little bit more. Actually, I might do a little bit more. There we go. The pain of having an actually quiet voice sometimes. Especially with a game with a loud soundtrack. Like, Limbus isn't always loud. It's just, it tends to be. Alright. So 9, 7. Ooh, we got a whole bunch of good numbers here. Favored. Favored. Dominating, that's always a good one. Dominating. There we go. Local Frenchman gets his ass kicked by a freaking worm. I think to me if I bring the mic a little bit closer. There we go. Hopefully that's okay. If it's not, just let me know. Here comes the worms again. Actually. Oh, we still got 10 more of them. Oh, no, wait. Who's the fastest? Fastest is one is over here. You get that. Then just go from there. Wait, is that? That's Heathcliff. That's fine. Okay, we're good. We're good. I could do decent Mersault voice. I remember a while back I was wondering too, I was like, oh, I could probably do Ishmael. But now I'm like, I don't know who. Because unfortunately, my voice is not deep enough to hit for most of the characters in Limbus. Or like PM in general. Fishmail. Fishmail, I will become Fishmail. Oh. It must be a fish attracting... It must be a fish with all these goddamn worms in my face. Who's fast? Ah! B. The side looking to Dream of a Black Swan, this high discovered damn Abno is a result of smoke war and lore. Yeah, I vaguely do remember that. Something about how, like, the smoke was poisoning a family. Because obviously, it's a smoke war. What do you think is gonna poison people? I need this orb to stop moving. Get smacked. Oh, thank God. Have you thought of trying Otis? I don't think I have the energy to match Otis. It's something not to your liking. I don't think I can. Otis needs to have like a certain gruffness to her voice, I feel, as someone who's a veteran. And also, I don't know if like she herself smokes, considering in her one... Okay, you... I'm just gonna have someone back you up. There we go. Like, I don't want to say we have voice headcans for the characters, considering they are voiced. I guess I should say more so for voice acting purposes, beyond... Like, if someone wants to do it their own... Like, Otis is one I feel would have, like, some sort of, like, gruffness in her voice, because she is... Not just because of her age, but also because of the way she is. Very, straight to the point, commandant. As evident by her interaction with the sinners. Like, I still remember the freaking... her shouting out commands on the boat. Like, keep pedaling! Don't forget she also voices Mary from the Hackney Train. Oh, I actually did not know that. I always forget about the range some of these voice actors have. Like, I know Otis, Hong Lu, and Heathcliff, all their VAs are also VTubers. I think too, like, not just those three, I also know Don Quixote. Her voice actress also did Pure Vanilla Cookie from Cookie Run. And I remember at first I didn't hear it until like I listened to a clip. I was like, oh my god, Don Quixote is there. Mirasol also does the same voice. Oh damn. Alright, I needed to swap everyone out for these through. I was just about to say that! I also know too, some of their voice actors did other roles in the series. I can't remember who, but I'm pretty sure one of the sinners shares the same voice actor with Nemo. The computer TV, well not tablet head, I guess would be a better definition from Keen Office. I think it's Nemo. Reminds me of Takahito Kayasudu. Yeah, there are generally some VAs out there that are just everywhere, or they just have that much range where you don't hear it at first. You'll hear it when you get told about it. Nemo from the Keen Office. Yeah. Scared, pissed, and shitless. Thank you, Yusei. Or should we? Jesus Christ. I'll take that. I meant for doing the same voice. Yeah. It's always surprising to see, like, how many roles there are that are fulfilled by, like, multiple voice actors. I know Pop Team Epic did that for their anime. Which, honestly, it's fitting. Tempted. Actually, yeah. I might as well try and do another one. Ooh. Ah! Rate my supports. Oh yeah, I should go check that real quick. Let me... Aggressive Lost! Let's see. Company. I should have guessed! I should have guessed! Dear God, it's all Faust! I remember before supports were a thing, I made mine like a rainbow, and then when they're like, hey, you can actually give these to people, oh, I should probably like not make it a rainbow. She's everywhere. Even the baseballs, all of them. Everyone's here! POV, you're playing Smash Brothers and you're all playing the same character. I sure forget, who do I have as support? Yeah, I can tell I haven't changed mine in a while. I can't remember last time I did. I should probably change that eventually. Get that. Did I get more of these? Yes, I did. Thank you. Loki, I want to check something. I want to see if we were friends on Limbus. Do you remember what your code is? Because I can probably look it up on there. Because I do have a lot of friends on here. Oh, Jesus Christ, I did not realize how much. Because I have some who obviously have not picked up the game since the initial start. There are some where it's like, I have a feeling it's this person, but I also look to go up and I'm like, okay, no, it's that person. But then they just keep changing. Once again, the fault lies with Ishmael. I like that one. No, it has been a while. Like, I need to update Limbus a while. Nah, that's fair. It sounds like you haven't been on for a while if you missed two Walpurgises. Alright, I'm gonna do one more. Please, for the love of God. Nope. Oh. You again! No! Gregor, I swear to God. Pulse is too cute. Pulse is very pulsed. Gregor. I don't want Gregor! This is 2 times now I got him! Actually, wait. I can probably see... Last time I played, I think Ishmael was late. Yeah, that's definitely been a while, considering... Oh, what season was Ishmael? I can probably check on the thing. Yeah, that was season 3. Ishmael was season 3. Now we're on season 7. It's wild to think about that, honestly. It's definitely wild thinking more about how the fact we're almost to, like, the 10th canto. Because I wonder what they're going to be doing beyond that. What's going to be beyond the Sinner cantos. Because I would like to see... I'd like to see Dante get one, but I also want to see them maybe redo Rhodia's. Because I feel like hers was kind of lacking. I tried not to put too much flake on it, considering hers was like the second one. But it's like, I don't know. Virgilius. Yeah, one of Virgilius too would be really good. Let's see, all IDs. Filter. Is there a different filter I can do? Okay, I'll just do 3-star. I mean, it's easy to roll if she's not special. True! That's actually really true. Let's see which Walpurgis ones I have. Let's see, there's Gregor. Ising, Roshu. They don't... There's Queen of Hatred Dawn, who I need to like level up at some point. I got heavily burned out in Project Moon for a while due to this connection I have people I no longer associate with, like love series, but seeing my memories clouded my love for a series. That's honestly fair. I can imagine that happening. I kind of had something similar. I don't talk to this person anymore. I met them through like one of the PM factions on Blue Sky, and just the way everything ended was like, ugh. What sucks is I don't want to like name names, but they portrayed like an admiralty that was very one of my favorites, and I was like, fuck. Facades. Oh, I forgot they put this in here. I don't think I want to do that though. Alright, I will do the burn run, and then I think that will be it. Actually. Because I can't... Because you can't do supports in Mirror Dungeon. Is there a Discord where I can lurk in case? I have thought about making a Discord for my streaming stuff, but because of like how jank my schedule has been, because I'm also doing this around stuff IRL, like next week I won't be able to stream on Tuesday, it's gonna have to be Thursday. Putting that like the back side of my mind for now, I definitely have thought about it. Maybe sometime in the future. I think that would definitely be like a fun thing. Because I know one of my friends has something similar, or at least had. I don't know if they still have it up. But yeah. Okay. Actually, hold on. If I remember correctly, isn't this one also Tremor? Yeah, Burn and Tremor. I call dibs on being a mod. Well, I'm gonna make a team real quick. For Burn and Tremor. I just need to find one of my blank slates here. There we go. Because then we also have to work with the EGO. Yep. Sloth, Pride, and Wrath. Da. Which the you do? This one's Burn and Tremor, so that's perfect. And yes, a lot of my EGO is like very not highly uptide, because there was a moment where I was like not playing for a little bit. I burnt myself out on Project Moon for like a good while, which sucked because I generally liked it, but it's also like, Teth, Lantern, you were also. Yeah, you're a Rupture. Man. Well, Corrosion has that, but that also has Tremor. But this one's also good. This one's also good. It's random though, so... I'll just go Ledger, just be safe. The more I look at these, the more they look like snow globes, which I think is kind of... It's both morbidly cute. Hey, Christmas Nightmare, you are also Tremor. And then Teth. You're sinking. Since this one's healing, I just win rate MD while doing better things like playing games or watching YouTube. That's what I usually do, honestly. I also do want to kind of like give it more of an effort to try and read, because I unfortunately fall in the stereotype of PM fan that does not read. But it's like, I do read. I read the stuff with the abnos and whatnot. I like reading the lore. And then if you give me stat stuff in my face, I'm gonna be like, huh? It doesn't help. A lot of the things for stat stuff is RNG. YO. I'm sure it would have shown you up here. Five, 2, 5, 6, 3, 8, 6, 4, 5. There you are. Yeah, apparently we weren't at it, but there we go. Wait, was that Gregor? That was Gregor talking about wine, I'm pretty sure. Okay, back to building team. It's like, I remember for the longest time, I forget what canto came out. I was like, okay, whatever. I don't really want to be spoiled about it. But then they're like, hey, would you like to see a distortion? Would you like to see abnormality? It's like, oh, hell yeah, I do. Show me the monster. I think it was, Checkup, actually. I think that was during Checkup. Where they were like, hey, we got some distortion and abnormality stuff. Come take a look. And I unfortunately cannot resist that. Rupture. You're a rupture. Actually, wait. Better. Let's not brute force it. I can... There we go. Does it? Well, if I go this way, will it save? Butler Falls. Butler Falls is a good unit. I dare say Falls has a lot of good units. At least in my experience. She's very versatile. Looking for Burn and Tremor. Will that save if I click on Sinclair? Yes, it will. Let me get Dawn Office. That's definitely easier to do. Jesus. I need to figure out how to transfer that from mobile Limbus to PC Limbus because it's crashed twice. Ooh. Yeah, not the phone I have now, but the last phone I had could not run Limbus properly. And it was stuck because here I am trying to do... which canto was it? I think it was Ishmael's where it just kept like pausing and crashing. It was not fun. Oh wait, Young Office is Tremor? Oh, it's Tremor and Sinking. I'll just go with you because that is closer to what I'm running. You. Plus, Dawn Office and Lou, they're like buddy-buddy until we get Wedge Office IDs, which it'd be interesting if we get Wedge Office IDs, because then I'm wondering, are we gonna fight Oswald? Are we actually gonna fight someone of the, ensemble? Like, maybe not one-to-one, because I know the first battle we had with Oswald was technically just a circus with, oh shit, what were their names? The people from J-Corp. The ones that people thought that were going to show up in Limbus as sinners. Specifically as Hong Lu and I can't remember the other one. Emma Noah. Those two. Actually. I'll just stick with you for now. Yeah. Tremor. Yeah. Actually. Nails, Tremor, Tremor Burst. Regret. You're not really... Oh no, you are. Oh, you gain Tremor and use it. That's right. Okay. I think I'll go with Molar. And then time to do the same thing with the EGO. No, Rupture. We are not running Rupture. Rupture is a weird one. I see a lot of favoritism towards Rupture. I also blame the fact that they have a lot of ideas for Rupture. It feels like kind of every single day, not every single day, but like almost every time they release a new ID, it's Rupture. Like the high show, Rupture. They're gonna come out with an ID and it's be like, hey, it's Rupture, and you're gonna turn and be like, but it's setting stuff on fire. It's like, yeah, no, it's Rupture. Like, what was it? Last night I was actually talking to someone about this, about how Queen having Charge as a sort of keyword was, like, surprising? Because Queen of Hatred is one of the few ones where I kind of looked at, I was like, that should probably be Rupture. That was my first thought, like, either Rupture or Sinking because of the whole despair mechanic. But nope. Charge. Which, alright, fine. Fair. Whatever. Okay, yeah, you were the one I got the Arcanines crossover for. Actually, wait. You're Sinking in Tremor. I think I'll go with Christmas Nightmare, though. Actually, no. Outdoor Blossom Star. I forgot I had you, honestly. Jesus Christ, dude, your face. You good, kid? Aye. But you're also bleed, so I'm gonna pick 9-2 over you. And then fill in the spaces. Okay. Let's see. Zayn. Niteth. So I think then I'll go with Sun Shower. Zayn Teth. Hiwa. He got rid of that sauce. He probably did. That is like one of the ones I'm very surprised that we got for Sinclair is Harmony, because I generally don't know who I expected to get Harmony. It was not Sinclair. Well, I should not be surprised considering he is no stranger to being drawn kind of like unhinged. He's definitely up there sometimes. Saying he Tef Wa. I'm just trying to fill in the spaces for the other EGO just in case I need to use them for whatever reason. Like, they might not fit the synergy, but I still think it's good to have them on hand just in case, because you can still get EGO gifts and whatnot that will, like, empower them. I forgot I got both her EGO and her ID. Also, I can't believe they're giving Yi Sang the freaking Dementia. Like, I am super happy. Another part of me is like, it feels like he's been getting a lot of stuff lately. Which he kinda has. He got the Rien ID. He got the Funeral EGO, and now he's getting a Dimension Shredder ID. I'm still hyped for that, though. I'm very excited. His greed is unforgivable. The gluttonous beast! He has an ID for all of his ego. Yeah, he kinda does! The gluttonous beast! Oh, nope. Fluid sac. I like having fluid sac only because it's a healing type. Okay, I think we're good. I'm gonna see how well this runs, because I deadass don't know how great it's gonna run. I mean, he did make the mirror tech, so fair. Yeah, he has Solomon Limit, Fell Bullet, and now Dimension Shredder. Now watch, his next one will be, actually no, we're well past point of Sun Shower. Although that, actually no, because Heathcliff has that. Can you imagine if they give him an idea of just his base EGO? Like, what if they're like, we need to give him more EGO IDs, and it's like, do the base one. Positive coin, Sun Shower. Yeah, you could do that. Yes. Everyone here is so tiny. Trying to like my Google account, my limbs can't be saved in that field. Looks like there's account merging code, so maybe I can do that. I think that's what I did to merge my accounts together, since I'm pretty sure I started playing Limbus on my PC, but then it started lagging, so it's my phone, and it started lagging on my phone, so now I'm back on my PC. I mean, granted, I have a better PC now. Yes. To say fuck you to Heathcliff. I just, the mental image I have of just you saying standards like, hey, Heathcliff. And he just turns around and be like, fuck you. Just do what I normally do. I'm looking right at Tremor. Well, since I mostly have Burn, I think I'm gonna do Burn for that. And Gift Search. Limb is so strong and filled with hot people lags everything. See, the only way to play is VR. No, it's no, so I can. Oh my god! Blood Flame Sword. Wing shaped. Oh! I wanted to take a better look at that. That's sad. That's sad. It won't benefit me because I only have Philip Clare in Salvador Gregor. That's sad. That's sad. I am the biggest Sunshine Elevator. I don't blame you considering the fact I just ran a thing with him and he is strong, but then the moment his sanity gets too low, it's like, he's gonna corrode, isn't he? And of course he does. Actually, wait, I want to get a Tremor. Yeah, there we go. Actually, wait. Tremor Scorch. Oh, you don't want to see my company then? I mean, I think... Oh, what was it? I saw one company where... It was just, like, combos. Different combos with two different characters who had so many IDs together. It's not funny. I think I will take these two. I don't want to take another one because it's expensive. Don't forget to grab the Knight's Blessing. Oh god. That's right. Where is it? Keep Blessing at Gatler Shirt. Dawn only got one ID this season. Yeah, she only got Sora. I'm trying to remember what she all got last season, because I'm kind of hoping they do it in a way that kind of compensates. But then again, I remember the one time, it's like, Heathcliff is just standing in the back, because he was not getting shit. It's like, hey, Heathcliff, we got something for you. It's like, oh, is it finally a new ID? It's like, well, no, you get to hold the camera so you can take a picture of the new ID. It's like, why? blessing sets your fatal damage to neutral. Oh! I will take that then. Taking your sword... Not your sword. Your shield! I don't want to play hard. I can't do hard. Not when Gregor is still like level 1. I just put him on the front lines and he just instantly explodes. I'll do this one because it has both a tremor and burn thing. Also gives you protection if I remember. I think it does, yeah. Here. Yeah, 2 protection. Big blue. We can recover. Let's see. I'll bring a false with. Who else? Who else? I'm shocked I managed to remember that. Honestly, with how much has been going on with Limbus and like all the new IDs and stuff. Because I remember when they first came out the game, the previews for the IDs and whatnot, they were pretty simplistic. They were pretty straight to the point. And then the more recent IDs is just like, read. 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 So much reading. Wait, when... Did they start doing that recently? They had like a little description thing. Oh god, they're giving you more reading stuff. Holy shit. Lady, do you think you can finish that monster off? Damn. Damn! There's going to be a gruesome drink with the word exploded in it. Oh my god. I have a pretty bad memory loss. Yeah, sometimes I'm the same boat. Because what was it? I was playing Branch with one of my friends and we were trying to remember, like, what some admirals, like, what? I remember, like, telling, like, hey, I think it's insight work, but let me go double check. I open up page and he's like, absolutely do not do insight. Like, don't do that. It's like, why not? It's like, it will kill you. It will absolutely fucking kill you. I might have that same issue replaying L Corp again, because like I like to think I have a good average knowledge of the Admiralities. But it also like depends on like how often I did stuff with the Admiralty, as well as what sticks out to me. And also the fact that, paying attention to what the work types mean, like insight. At first I thought it just meant like, oh, you're gathering knowledge, but it's like, what the hell, you're doing that with the other ones too. And it's like, oh no, that means like you're cleaning stuff. It's like, ah, that's why the spiders don't like it. They don't want you to clean. Memory loss mostly due to receiving cell injuries. Yeah, that will unfortunately do it. I wonder if that's why I'm the way I'm considering. I remember I used to get hit in the face a lot during gym class. Way back when. I think I turned out pretty okay. I say that and then I look at what I'm playing, it's like, maybe. Maybe I turned out okay. I hope you're recovering well. Hey, mate, 20 years someone. Yeah, that's always something to celebrate. Shut up, gnomes. Jesus Christ, Grandpa. see. Actually, do that. Yeah. Actually, I need to keep an eye on Otis too. Not that she decides to explode us.
대체가 약화되는 것 같습니다. 탈출 대체가 전개되었습니다.
Let me see. Will I win this? Of course I don't. Ah. I just want the burn. I don't need the charge. But yeah, other than like not being able to remember a day or two, it's mostly short term. I mean, that's definitely a good thing, I think. But it's just mostly short term because long term memory loss definitely sucks. I definitely feel like too that's one thing that people don't realize plays into a big factor in their lives until like later on. Like you'll see all these people who are like signing up their kids and whatnot to play sports, or they're like doing activities that are could potentially cause them to get injured, and I was like, oh, they're a kid, they'll bounce back from it. But then like later on it's like, we are facing the consequences of our actions. And it's not like we don't, it's not like no one ever like purposely means to like get hurt on purpose so they can get stuff. At least I would hope a good majority of people don't do that. I get drinking to forget, but I also don't, considering I don't personally drink. Alright. Oh wait. Oh, cute. Ah. 됐다.
여명의 빛과 같이 이 격정 속에서 타올라라. 자네 많이 지쳤고.
적에게 치명상을 입혔군요. 관리자님은
This is a surprisingly good team synergy, Jesus. I didn't expect there to be this much.
이 싸움을
저는
끝내주겠어.
언제나 옳은 말만 한답니다.
I'm so used to seeing so much gloom on my screen.
이렇게들 허약해서야.
I need at least one tank. It's like, nah, I don't like Encore, but actually I could probably just switch out for one of the Liu. It depends. It depends on how much Tremor I want over Burn, because I have mostly Burn units for this. Actually, wait. I can just switch her out with Heathcliff. I think I might do that, actually. I was hit sinking. I don't want to do that. Give me the soup! I want the soup! And the book! I crave knowledge. Alright. Let's select them all again. There we go. There we go. I don't really use this Heathcliff ID, so I'm curious how this will go. Back to the gamblers. Oh, nope. We are not letting you fire your bullet just yet, Otis. We are not doing that. We are not playing this game. We are not having a W Corp Dawn moment. Actually, how many bullets do you have now? You don't have any. Okay. That's fine. We can work with this. We're still good. It's kind of weird seeing in perspective how, like, different how different characters we've gone against have been. Because I remember when the game first started, people were like so oh my god, Ada was like super powerful, and people were like, oh, I don't like dealing with Ada, she's too strong, and I'm pretty sure she actually got a nerf. And now here we are, like, sometime later, going up against foes that are like horrifying compared to her, because she's just like a silly little gambler. She just can kill a few people, but 'tis the nature of the city. Yeah, both Ada and Headless Itchias, like, so many people were like, I don't want to deal with these, they're like powerful. Which, fair. Very fair. But now you look at it, now it's like, it was kind of... It's not as bad as what we're dealing with now, considering we still are seeing a bunch of bosses get nerfed. Why have I walked back into it? Because I heard Ada and I was like, no, we're talking about the, Los Mariachis gambling gang. The one with, like, the brown hair in the hat. One from, Rodeo Kanto. You're just gonna do that off the bat, okay. You do that, buddy. He's still alive, dude. Look right in front of you. Salvador is still alive. Oh, I remember when I first... It depends on if you played it before or after the nerf, because I just remember a lot of people were like, oh, she's so difficult. Because I've seen her get a nerf, I've seen, who was another one that got a nerf? I feel like the sweepers got nerfed. But I also want to say no, sweepers have just always been kind of like a pain in the ass to deal with. I remember when I first saw that we were getting the, nocturnal sweeping, I was like, no, god, no, I had to deal with these fuckers in L Corp, I had to deal with them in Ruina. What do you mean they're back? Alright, just nuke them. Thank you, Gregor. Thank you, old man. Fine. Hey, I actually got something! The only Kanto I currently have trouble with is Kanto 3, which I think is what's sped up my burnout since Dear God. I'm trying to remember how long it took me to do Kanto 3. Because I know there used to be a point where I was like basically one-to-one with the story, but then I think during Ishmael's Kanto, I kind of like, I was like looking, I was like, I can't do this. Give me Carmela. I shouldn't say I can't do this, it's more so the fact that my sinners weren't high enough leveled, and I heavily relied on some of my friends for assistance with the combat, which is not a bad thing. If anything, I'm very grateful I had people around me who were willing to kind of like, hey, this is what you need to do. We're not gonna outright tell you what to do. We're just gonna kind of guide you to what you need. Here are the IDs we use. Here's the EGO. And here are like the best tips that we had. Which, without that, I don't think I would be as far in the game as I am now. The only reason why I got through Honolulu's Kanto as fast as I did is, one, sheer force, and also the fact that I had a bunch of people who had Honolulu's high show ID. Well, not his high show ID, his I forget the name of it, but it was his seasonal ID, because I did not have it, and I was missing a bunch of the high show pack, which I still pretty sure I am. The weird anti-cybernetic club hit hard and so brutally. I think I made 10 or near them at home where she just hits like a goddamn bitch. I think swap to Mirror Dungeon prop crying levels, and that results in more headaches and dropping limits. Now that's fair. It can be an intense game, especially if you're not used to playing games like this, because this is not... I don't want to say this is not a common game type. There's definitely other games like it out there. It just isn't more explored, I think. Because honestly, this is the first I've played a game similar to where it's like, you gotta connect it, you can't go... You gotta pick one path here. I think definitely what helps too is also taking breaks and just kind of like having fun with it. Like, I've seen a lot of people in the fandom who have made super fun things with it, like Limbus Stable. I forget who made that, but the whole like horse race test game with Limbus. It's one of those things where what was it? You can still show your appreciation for the game, even if you're not playing it. You can definitely, like, make a lot of fun things. Like, all of these edits I saw of, the freaking apology forms. Like, there was one for Virgilius around Heathcliff's chapter, and I saw one the other day for Philip Clare after he got his buff. It's like, I'm sorry, I did not know he was this strong or something. I did not know the lore. Or, like, my favorite, people were editing Ricardo into, like, other games. It's like, you thought you could get away from me, huh? I don't really need Gloom. We'll, however, do Tremor this time. Oh! That is tempting, but... I don't think I have enough sloth for that. So one or two. I would have to switch around my team. Probably have to put, I'll make False my second. Because she does Tremor. I think that's, like, the best bet I can do. Let's see, how... I'll do these. There we go. And I just gotta change around my team so that False is the second one. So she can benefit from the gifts. Clear it out like that. And then, who else do I have? I have you. Okay, I need to do cat more stuff because Limbus keeps crashing on me. Unfortunately, Limbus seems to be suffering from, I think a lot of games seem to suffer from later on, where they get too big for certain devices. Which is funny because they were made with those devices in mind initially, and now you can't play them on them. Though, I did see someone try and play it on, I think, the Switch. Someone was trying to play freaking Limbus on the Switch, and it just kept crashing. It was so laggy. Wait. It was a wonder how they even got it there in the first place, but then again, I don't know. People have got Doom to work on the most absurd things ever, but then again, Doom is a smaller and older game, so I'm not surprised that you can do more stuff with it. It's just still like, what the hell? Why are you playing Limbus on the Switch? Like, if you want to play... I've seen people try and play Splatoon or Minecraft before I actually got like an official port on the DS. Which, fine, fair, whatever. But Limbus... made by the same people who had the Assad's floor, have constant motion to the point where it would lag. Because that... if I don't remember anything else from Ruina, I remember when I first unlocked Assad's floor, I was like, oh god, this is so pretty, music's so nice, and why is it so laggy? And I looked at the gears in the back, ah, that's why. Playing on what sounds like hell, like genuine hell. Everything moves fast. Well, here's the thing. It's not moving fast because you are lagging. You're not getting 60 frames per second. You're getting maybe like 5 frames per second. So I'm more concerned over like how much a Switch would like heat up from that. Especially if you're not playing on optimized settings. Ah, speaking of Karma, let's go beat her up. Yeah, that's another thing with some of these games too, where you will have optimized settings, but then the more you add on to the game, the more you get there. It kind of just needs to like get a better computer. Either get a better computer, get a better phone, or just SOL. You just SOL. Which sucks because I know a lot of people who love to play games like this, but unfortunately a lot of the hardware nowadays, you have to be more, like... a lot of modern hardware is definitely compatible with it, however, it's also expensive. Gaming is a very expensive hobby sometimes. That's kind of why I like doing streaming stuff, so if for some reason you can't run a game or whatever, you can still like kind of experience it through someone else. Like, will it be the same as actually physically playing it? No. But it's still something I think. Having the ability to just stream games for others, especially when they can't play them, be it either they don't have the right hardware, or maybe for some reason they just they just can't play it, other than just not having proper hardware. Like, it could also just be a storage issue, considering most games nowadays are like a bunch of gigabytes. From personal experience, like Minecraft on the Switch, I feel like Limbus will explode on the Switch, or you could cook breakfast on it. I feel like probably cooking breakfast sounds more likely, although I would not be surprised if it just boom. People are like really ingenious for trying to get stuff to work on machines that should not probably otherwise work. Because like, hey, we have the specific gaming device made to play this specific game. And it's like, alright, I'm gonna make it run this laggy game. It's like, why would you do that? But then at least... maybe it's better than some of these people out there who... I mean, Limbus is like 18 gigabytes. Yeah. I can't remember how big it was before. Like, when Limbus initially started. Because I definitely know it wasn't like 18 gigabytes from the get-go. But then again, if I remember correctly, there is a file that keeps replicating itself in each update of Limbus that's just a smoke war background from Gregor's chapter. Which... it sounds about right for Project Moon coding. Glue and paperclip code. Because I do remember on like my older PC, the one I had before this one was an all-in-one, which you can imagine already how difficult it is to play stuff on an all-in-one. Because it's not built specifically for gaming and whatnot. It's kind of just built to get the job done and whatever, which it did that. It very much well did that. it still sucks because I could not properly play Runa on it. Like, the whole thing with the Isad's floor constantly lagging to the point where it's like, I can't use the Isad, period. And it's like, no, you have to use the Isad's floor for some of this. Like, no. Isad, get a better floor. Although, realizing it, like, as I'm talking, I'm realizing there's kind of an irony to that, considering his horse suffer a meltdown. Just to sort the screen, it's like, oh god, dude, you never learned. You never learned what a JPEG is.
제가 늘 말씀드렸죠. 저는 언제나 옳은 말만 한답니다.
Strummer. Oh, Jesus. Faust, you have one job. Thank you.
보조 업무로 수행하기에 나쁘지 않은 일이네요.
Alright, that is a bunch of sinking. I'm not running sinking right now, though. I will take this, though. Let's try to get more tremor. There we go. I can take that. Is there anything I can enhance? Yes.
발목 잡지 않도록 최선을 다할게요.
Alright, Cromer. You gonna die. You're gonna die tonight. I wonder if it's still in here or not, but I do remember if you were playing the actual Kanto, not the mirror dungeon, and you loaded in with Sinclair's Ncorp ID, she would get staggered on the first turn, because she's like, oh, my Sinclair! There's like a bunch of things that they used to have that they took it out, like for the robots, I forget what they're called. Like, you could interact with the background, but now they don't have that anymore. Which probably they took that out for hardware compatibility reasons. It probably, like, lagged it a whole bunch, which it probably shouldn't. I don't think anything like that would. Because it's just a button you press to open and close the door.
이번에야말로 이 싸움을 끝내주겠어.
Toasty. You're setting her ass on fire. And now she warm.
관리자님이 이 기회를 잘 활용하길 기다리겠습니다. 기계는 언제나 기다리는 운명이니까요.
조심하랬지.
Jesus Christ, old man. Old man, you don't have to go that hard. I mean, you do, but yeah.
관리자님은 당신이 생각하는 것보다 대단한 능력을 갖추고 있다고.
승객이 딱
Although if I somehow am able to get another role and I get Gregor again, I swear to God. Because I don't do the rolls unless I have enough for a 10, because I feel like either way, it feels kind of useless, unless you know you're about to get the pity.
참가루가 솔솔 찰들었음. 선물로 만들기 편할 것이오.
God, I forgot how much I like this song, though. I mean, Millie always cooks up bangers of songs for anything. Millie is such a talented artist. Like between Cassie's vocals, the music, everything. It's so good. I'm so happy that they got her and everyone to do stuff for Project Moon. At least you now know you're in for some deep shite if she shows up. If you start hearing Cassie singing, run. I don't think I want to do Queen again. Should load it for fresh. I probably should have kept the others, but this one, Bloody Gadget and Phlebotomy Pack are super helpful. Grand Welcome's also really good too. Grand, I'm not really running anything pride-based. But I also like Poise. Even though I'm not running Poise, I still like having Poise stuff with it. I think I'll go with this one though, because Phlebotomy Pack also works really good with Wrath, which I do have a lot of because of the team I'm running. Ah, lamp. Lamp time. It's all is always gonna be unopposed, I guess. Oh, that does. Oh, Gregor. Gregor! Old man. Oh, not Otis too. It's both of them. Alright, fine. I can work with this. I can work with this. Fuck them up. We're good, we're good. That's a lot of neutral. Just gonna push you over there. It's also a lot of neutral. Oh, nope, there we go. Dominating. Get some Pride Resonance. There we go. Alright, now just kill the bitch. Kill the hoe. You gonna kill him? Jesus Christ. Thank you, old man. Alright, let's go down.
좋은 경험이 되기를.
Alright, back to the K Court, guys.
당신의 판단을 따를게요.
자네 많이 지쳤군.
설령 노가다를 추락하더라도 괜찮니? 이 노을이 식지 않도록 더 뜨겁게 타올라라.
Boom. Hello, hello. Hope y'all doing well. Same to you.
자네 많이 지금 이렇게도 허약해서
이외에 특별히 첨언할 일도 없고.
이 격정 속에서
I'd say I'm definitely having fun. I probably will stream Olympus again in the future, only because I do like playing more PM games too. Jesus, get away from the camera, Gregor. I do like playing more PM games to play on stream. I think the one thing that holds me back is I sometimes like streaming it from the beginning of everything, but I also do not want to restart everything from the beginning with Limbus. And I think at this point now, some people have like a good gist of the story. If not, it's something I can definitely like explain it a little bit to a point, because there are like some things where it's like I can't remember as well, or I remember it very incorrectly.
자네 많이 지쳤군.
Jesus Christ, Gregor.
맞지? 카론 스탐해줄게.
Oh, good. My god. The cat is back. The cat is back. I want the gift. Ah! Ishmael, one job. Thank God. There we go. Don't command anything. Faust, one job. Thank God.
보조 업무로 수행하기에 나쁘지 않은 일이네요.
What does this one do again? If there are no other allies remaining at turn end. I don't really need that. Or pride defense does. Don't need that. Tremor? Nope. Oracle, I don't think I need that. It's for Blood Feast. Nah. I'll save that. Save what I have to enhance stuff, because I really need to start enhancing more stuff. Actually, wait, can I? Isn't there like a special gift I can get by fusing those? I might be wrong. Oh, okay, it shows you the fusion stuff now. I did not notice that. That's actually great, considering I forget how to do a lot of the fusions. Fusion available. I return. Sorry, it's being hosted by a clown show. The nefarious Oswald. I don't. There wasn't anything there to get like a better tremor gift, was there? Nope. Not necessarily. So I will just power up what I can. And I'm... Actually, wait, if that powers up... Okay. That'd be more beneficial if I had... Heathcliff. I don't have Sunshower Heathcliff right now, so we are good now. We are good.
이 불꽃이 필요하시다면
승객들, 뭔가 기분 좋은 일이라도 있었던 거야?
How many times am I supposed to teach you this lesson, old man?
테키스트 고객 끝났어. 대성공이야. 가인 신나. 노래 부를까?
20 billion more times.
우와, 카론도 깜짝.
Also, I'm sorry in advance if you hear My cat purring. He is in my lap. I thought he was asleep. He is not asleep. Blech. That's better. That's better. I can do that. Neutral. Dominating. Neutral. Dominating. There we go.
순식간에 끝내죠.
지금이라도 말 들어.
Get him, Ishmael.
승객이 딱콩 한 방 먹였어.
설령 녹아내려 추락하더라도 괜찮으니
After that, just nuke.
이 노을이 식지 않도록 더
Burn down the tree. Burn down the tree.
나라.
침착하게 가지 않아다 맥없이
이렇게들 허약해서야.
Yippee. See, the more I think about it, the more I keep looking at Faust whenever she's near either Gregor or Sinclair. And a lot of the IDs will like look at like someone that they have existed in their world, and they're like, "Oh, so this is where you went up to." It's like, huh? Because like, oh hey Faust, what's up with the get-ups? Like, what are you talking about? This is my Ijosu. Like, what's that? What? Granted, I've seen so many comics of people who do kind of like the same thing. There's one I saw for Rishu, and he's saying changing into the Rian ID, and Rishu's just like, "Are you serious?" I think she just like outright kills him. No. Oh, there's something new here. Yeah, because I'm missing some of the stuff from there, but if I was running Rupture, maybe. But I'm not. I'm not running Rupture. There's also that I'm missing. Ooh. I will just go with... Oh, I don't really want to fight Kim. That's the problem. I don't want to fight Kim. Alright. I will deal with the consequences of my actions. Hello, Mr. Crane. I'm not up for it. I am not up to what you're planning.
보조 업무를 수행하기에 나쁘지 않은 일이네요.
Give me the coffee.
움직이는 먹인자. 재밌겠군.
적들이 뭔가 기분이 좋아 보이는 것 같아.
Ah. Back here.
좀 기분 나빠.
여명의 빛과 같이.
Get their asses. Get their asses.
지금이라도 말 들어.
그대들의 면면이 밝고 생기롭군.
There we go.
탈출 개체
How's Mr. Beast doing? Mr. Beast Cracker! I'd say he's doing pretty good. He's surprisingly tough. He's very flashy in this ID, I think. He keeps getting a lot of chances to, like, be really cool. He has done, like, a lot of damage. I would not be surprised if he ends up being the MVP. I mean, he has most of the gifts applied to him, considering he is #1 in the team list.
설령 녹아내려 추락하더라도 괜찮으니
Like, he's I did not expect him to be like this good, but then I also did not expect this to be like a good team synergy. I did not expect. Tough, let me take a picture. No, I did see someone draw that with him and Sinclair. It's like, Master, there's freaking Grover Sanders like, nah, you look tough, let me take a photo.
이번에야말로 이 싸움을 끝내주겠어.
Actually, wait. Oh, just how many bullets do you have? You don't have any, so I'm not letting you do that. I know she has to, like, do her defensive stuff to get more bullets easier. Unfortunately, that's one thing I have not been trained against. Because I feel like a lot of people don't do a whole lot of the evades in the defenses. At least I kind of slept on it too until I did Ishmael's Kanto, where running only Ishmael as Smaller Works and just abusing the shit out of her evade, big help, big help. Ambling Pearl. Alright. Dominating. Dominating. Get these in the front. I think that one with Odias and Kirame. I have seen that one too! That is still like, I think the funniest ID set I've ever seen come out of this game is Odias and Kirame. Like, only because Kira, I kind of expected Dawn to get the Kira ID only because of like how Kira acts, but keep in mind, I have not done Ryushu Kanto. I don't know what Kira's actually like. All I know is that girl goes through hell. Everyone kind of goes through hell. But I guess it's also kind of based off of, too, like, a whole story thing. Because I remember a lot of people put a bet that Rhodia was going to get the Yuna ID. But I never understood that either. I never understood how Rhodia could get the Yuna ID. I think it's just because the fact Yuna is older than Sinclair. Though I am pretty sure a good chunk of the Sinners are all older than Sinclair. He's probably, like, the youngest Sinner there. Which is funny, because I remember for the longest time people thought it was Dawn. Haven't LARPed. Oh god, no, I'm not a LARPer, please! I have an evil, intimidating horse that I need to kill. He's just, like, in the corner watching, waiting for me. I think at this point, too, a lot of people who had support specifically for that chapter, they have changed out for something else. I don't want to click on the slime. Stop making me look at the slime. One of those things where it would probably would have been best if I did it then and there, but also now I can at least get support from a higher level ID. Yeah, the horse is me. God, I have two evil imitating horses in the corner. Watching your stream is just feeling my fighting Limbus company ideas, which is fine stuff gets extra trauma from Gregor adopting her. He gets protective over Dante. Who wouldn't get protective over Dante? They're kind of... I don't want to say they're pathetic. Dante... I don't think Dante is pathetic. They're just kind of... silly. This is the same manager that just goes, oh, shakaroonies. But then also, flat out tells Alfonso, go screw yourself. I can't remember if they said screw yourself or just straight up, like, told her just, like, go fuck yourself. Which, I can see both ways. She was evil. She's literally the corporate of evil healthcare in the city. Like, the city's already evil, yeah. It's just evil healthcare. You can't escape it. You need to rely on her for healing. Kinda need to protect Dante or Permada. Yeah, true.
당신의 판단을 따를게요.
Because if Dante dies, you can't revive anyone.
적에게 치명상을 입혔군요. 관리자님은 당신이 생각하는 것보다 대단한 능력을 갖추고 있다고
Unless they have like
말씀드렸죠.
the whole,
저는
I forget what the procedure was called. All I remember is that one of the girls from Wedge Office underwent it, so she would have a backup body. But another girl there ended up using it, and she's like, I don't like this body. It's like, well, tough shit.
긍정적인 환경에 놓여
It's either you take that body and you live, or you don't and you die.
기계는 언제나 기다리는 운명이니까요.
It's like, imagine being so wealthy that you can literally just have a copy yourself. So if you die, it's like, oh no. Well, I'm reloading my save. Dante has stopping what beast energy. They're silly and weak, but also maybe too willing to throw hands to protect their sinners. Yeah. Like, Dante might not be strong physically, but they're strong mentally and with their willpower. Like, it really showed, and I think Don's Canto near the end, wherein they're kind of like trying to reach out to Don and be like, hey, we can go on our own adventures. Like, all that. Like, that was genuinely, like, really sweet. Like, I already like Dante. I like how we went from thinking Dante was gonna be this big, bold, intimidating manager, because the first depiction we had of them was Dante just, like, sitting in their chair on the bus, like, all hunched over. It's like, that is scary. That is very scary. And then we finally get introduced to Dante, and they're just like, I don't remember who I am. Life insurance. Yeah. I mean, don't forget how close Dante is in the battle, like, from the animation. Yeah, it's not like Dante is, like, kind of stepping... Dante's not, like, sitting far away. Well, I think that also goes to show what kind of manager Dante is, because it feels like... I'm gonna compare Dante to manager from Alcourt for a moment. The manager is, like, sitting tightly in a chair. He's safe. He's well away from everything. Dante, they could just, like, do the same thing. They could, like, take all these steps back. They could find, like, higher ground command, like, from some further distance, but they don't. They want to keep an eye on the sinners. They care about them. Which is, like, it's heartwarming. It's kind of silly, too. Yeah, Dante's on the field ball. Exactly. Dante is part of the team, because Dante technically is the 12th sinner. Because Gregor's number is 13, and Sinclair's jacket was modified to say 11. Like, Dante is one of them. And I like how the dynamic has, like, evolved, because I remember at first, I'm pretty sure at least half of the sinners hated Dante. I guess not so much hate, they were like, why should I respond to their commands? Why should I listen to them? But now it's also now Dante knows what's troubling them. Dante knows, like, a good chunk of their past, and is kind of, like, helping them deal with it in their own unique ways. Like, hey, I know the past sucked. I know the city is horrible, but we can still do something. It's, like, very heartwarming. Dante is the GOAT. I like Dante. Although this leads to a funny idea, since Dante's head is a clock, and if the sinners could get the money, they could do surgery if Dante's body is too wounded. They could pluck the clock head and carry around. If I remember correctly, I think they kind of did that for a bit. Like, not necessarily, like, remove the head. They were messing around with it, but I think that was just for, like, an April Fool's bit. That was, like, the first April Fool's, where it kept switching between all these different references to games. Like, they made freaking Virgilius Amaya. It was just so funny! And then they turned him into a horse. Horse Virgilius. And that's, if I remember correctly, that was before Uma Musume became, like, a really big hit in the West. Just... Horse Virgilius. Although else? Ooh. leads to high worry. One sinners turning Dante into a weapon, like using Dante's clock head into a bludgeoning weapon. Although Dante may encourage it to, like, oh, your weapon broke, just use me, don't worry, I can still shut commands, I think. I have seen art of Corp Sinclair doing that, and it is horrifying. It's heartbreaking. Especially because Sinclair, I feel, needs, like, a really good, What's the term? I don't want to say parental figure, but just someone that Sinclair can be inspired by to be, like, a good person. That, like, despite everything, you can still be a good person. The city sucks. Life in the city sucks, especially if you live in the back streets, or, hell, even if you work for one of the wings, life there is not gonna be all sunshine and rainbows, as we've seen evident by L Corp, W Corp. The freaking cleanup crew. That doesn't mean you have to go through it alone. It feels like, I don't want to say like it's all like feel good whatnot, considering there are depressing moments in Limbus, like the first chapter with Yuri. I shouldn't be surprised if they killed Yuri off the way that they did. It's so heartbreaking because she was an interesting character, I think. It was interesting that they started to start off the series by having us have a character who actively used to work for L Corp. I mean, don't forget, Salvador was also a wing baby. Yeah! Salvador also experienced the smoke war. He knows that life's fucked. Yeah, you can't do the buttons on here anymore. And then they brought her back for the April Fools. Yeah! I remember someone was like, what do you mean she's back? And then what they did with her, God, they did her so dirty. It was both so funny, but also just, why? I was so sad when she died. Like, we had room in the bus. We could have made an official center number 14. And I mean, technically she is an official center if you count false ID for her. I guess it's not the same, no, but God, and just I will forever remember just the moment where it's Gregor singing his song, which I'm really funny. It's become a meme of him just singing, because now I can't hear the first chords of his version of Pass On without like thinking of all the memes of it just blasting. I think too, having her die the way she did was a good setting the scene, especially if this is someone's first Project Moon game. Because it already, as I mentioned, like way, I think probably near the beginning of the stream, the designs are very atypical to a bunch of current gacha games. This is not like a gacha game that you would expect to have a lot of traction only because there's not a lot of fan service, I'll put it that way. It's just, when you hear gacha game, usually one of your first thoughts is probably stuff like Genshin Impact or Fate Grand Order, stuff like that. You don't really think of the grittiness of Limbus, although it has become really mainstream, I feel. I mean, main focus is 12 centers. Yeah, that too. It's not like you have to constantly play. It's not like you have to extract for every sinner, because if they made it like that, the game would be super insufferable. Like, can you imagine you open up and it's like, sorry, you can't do this canto because you haven't rolled this sinner yet. I would be pissed. Very pissed. How many bullets do you have? You got one. Oh, hell, I started seeing edits of people doing for other franchises as if they were like pay to win, and how they had like every cosmetic behind a paywall. I get to eat so much false IDs. The bliss that is being a false fan. False fans have been eating good lately, I think.
여명의 빛과 같이
She has a lot of good IDs, which I feel kind of like also further cements the fact that she is, I would say, the most reliable sinner. Which only makes me more scared of when we get to her canto. I can't remember if hers is right after mirror slots or if there's Otis's, because I remember the way they were doing the cantos was in line with how they were doing the previews for the characters with their little emojis. This is probably one of the least pay-to-win gacha games ever. Yeah! Because at least, if you don't have a specific ID, but you know one of your friends has it, you can at least ask them, like, hey, can you, like, put this as a support? It's like, yeah, sure. No, I don't like the city I live in. Fuck off. I need another ID. Where's oh my god. Especially with KJH giving out 300 lunacy every week. God, if I remember correctly, the only reason why we got 1,000 of the event currency is because he did not get the Honglu ID. Which, funniest thing ever, honestly. Imagine being the director of your own company. It's like, I didn't get the thing I want. I'm going to push out a thing that everyone can benefit so they can get it too. I remember too, they recently made a tweet where they literally just started off with like how much lunacy you're getting because they knew that was the only way that you'd listen. Like, hey, here's how much lunacy you're getting. How much damage did you do? Jeez. Oh, false jump scare. Fetch a pretty penny, but you're selling the books. Lunacy! I have no use for supports now since I'm just doing mirror dungeons. That's what I've been kind of basically doing. It's good to still have, like, supports for when I need it, for when I actually decide to, like, lock in and decide a plan for how I'm gonna get rid of the freaking horse so I can move on from the intervallo. Let's see. Actually, I'm curious. I didn't scroll down to see what was the banner. Finally, more Dawn Office. And did I get more of this? Yes, I did. There we go. I'm curious, how many tickets do I have? Okay, I don't want to do a roll unless I have enough for 10. Oh god. Yeah, I'm going through this. Hang on, what announcements do I have? I don't have a whole lot. Gambling. Yeah, I am missing a lot. Okay, that's honestly funny. The fact that they have two versions of the sweepers. Jealous of you having the Maya announcer. I think that was like one of the only things alongside the EGO I got for Ishmael from the event, which, sad. I should probably play Arknights again. It's been a while. I did see that they're apparently going to be making it so you can access Arknights on PC. Which I am excited for. I got everything but the announcement. Oh! I swear, it feels like it's harder to get the announcers than it is to get, like, everything else. Despite, well, it kind of makes sense considering the announcers are purely cosmetic. Only you will have access to those announcers. Whereas with the IDs and the EGO, you can let people borrow them. I forgot you can choose multiple. Same. I got 2 Angela announcers. I think the last time I had Walpurgis, or maybe a time before, I got 2 Frigilius. I was like, why? Old man, why? Maybe one day. Maybe one day I'll finally get the announcers. It's easy to get announcers when you want to do roles. I honestly have the opposite problem. I cannot get the fucking announcers to save my life. I got Gregor twice. That kind of shows how good my luck is. Which is fine, because then I can get the shards and whatnot. What sucks about Walpurgis is you can't shard for them until, like... I don't think you can shard for them, period, actually. I mean, you can also shard for the announcers, but I don't see the point in doing that. Oh no, you have to get them through Lunacy. That is... Jesus Christ, that's a lot. Yeah, I have been not doing rolls. I have not been doing good with my luck. Although I think... Okay, there's the event ones. There's the event ones. Pay Lunacy. Those ones are Lunacy only. Yeah. Which I get, because they're, like I said, cosmetic. Man. And eventually I will have all the ideas again, but I'm not gonna know what to do with them. It is good that you can also get the ones through the pass on here, considering I know there's a bunch of like good EGO that people probably missed on the pass because they didn't have it. My announcer preset has all my current announcers equipped into one strong preset. I should probably change mine up a little bit, considering now I can add more. I've heard the Ricardo one is funny. You have my word. Good lord. I am now somehow reminded of the Dawn line where she's like, Manager Esquire! Where are you? Actually, is that who I have up here? For Dawn? Nope. I am now level 800 in the battle pass. I'm not that far, only because I haven't been playing a whole lot lately. I'm trying to get back into it because I want to progress. I don't remember what's the furthest I've been in the past though.
그대가 선물이라 말하며 지워준 이 관은 제법 무겁소. 또한
I'm curious. What do I have in here? I'll check that real quick, and then I think I'm gonna start closing out stream because I'm a little bit limbist out for today. Now that has to be for. Yep, there's. Wait, can I? I don't know if that's sad or silly. And then, of course, customization. What sucks is I like the 3rd anniversary and I like the Arknights one, but I'm also very, very partial to what I have here. Forming 4th Heathcliff, 2nd feed, Tremor Restoration. Good luck with that! I hope that you can get him soon. I don't know who I'm really gunning for. Mine is, I shall be the sole absolute lord of scissors. There's a bunch of good ones I saw. I'm curious. There's another false one. I misread as I have no money left now. It's like, that sounds accurate. That sounds very accurate to the game. Rock. 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 Some of these are cursed. I have no silly jaw left now. Let us run a book. Don't bother coming along if you don't have the fairy wine. Room room beats rock. That is very true. That's very true. I think back to just the whole Mythophiles just running everyone over. I'm putting all of my remaining star lanes as MD15 run. Good luck! I'm hoping I can get to the point where I can play hard mode again for MD, because I was so happy I got to that, and they're like, hey, new season, you gotta level up more. Like, fuck. I can't do that. Once again, the fault lies with Ishmael, all of it. Ryushu, correct. If I don't get to floor 15, I'm going to lose. I don't think I ever made to floor 15 personally, because I think I forget what Abno I had. No, I remember now. It was a stupid bull. I hate that bull. The bull stopped my run, but it was also on me because I was running Burn. That was the only group that I had level up high enough to do hard mode with, and it's like, hey, have the bull. I don't want the bull. Vroom vroom. I wonder what their favorite Abno is. I don't know. I don't know what their favorite Abno is. I have no clue, man. Vroom vroom beats rock. Greetings, vroom vroom. It is kind of sad to go through these, and you can tell some of these people have not been on in a while. I mean, granted, burner accounts are a thing. You can probably make a burner account and just be like, whatever, I have 2 accounts. Just so as a pro. I personally think they're a big thing. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. They gotta be. Alright, I think with that, with everything said and done, I think I will end stream here. I must rest my voice. I did not expect to be talking as much as I did, but I also did not expect the uptight story to be that long. I can at least say I am glad I got Gregor at least, because it's something. It's something, and he's actually a pretty decent unit with the team I was running. Which is surprising. I don't really use Gregor very often. Not as like an active unit. But yeah, hopefully I can get the others before Walpurgis ends. But that will be for another day. So thank you everyone for joining. I had so much fun. I hope that everyone else did too. Thank you for joining me for Walpurgis. I hope that your roles are better than mine. I hope that you all get the announcers and IDs, everything that you want. I'll save up for gun using next fall, because I know damn well I'm not. Yeah. I wish you all the luck. May the RNG gods be ever in your favor. May you get all the shiny green stuff. Unless you don't want shiny green stuff, then I hope you can get whatever shinies you want. Alright. Bye! Take care, everyone! Thank you for joining!